Sorry about that, folks. So, like I was saying here, it's about ready time for kickoff. Let's see who's going to start 1-0 this year, Adam. Is it going to be Payne Valley? Is it going to be Blanchester? How are we going to get this thing kicked off?
Well, if you watch the pregame show, my pick was Payne Valley.
It's weird. It's like I was there, to see that as well.
But yeah, you had asked me before we had got cut, like what I'm looking forward to seeing. Honestly, I'm looking forward to see Braylon just run through some people. Like we were talking earlier, he's finished like fourth in
Yes.
rushing yards in the SVC.
Yes.
Finished I think top 10. Was like sixth in rushing touchdowns. Just an absolute dog. I'm looking forward to seeing him. And then your first round pick. I'm just looking forward to seeing a bunch of SVC athletes just kind of going for it.
Yes, it looks like to start off here we have a fumble. Looks like Payne Valley still jumps on the ball, though, retains the possession, and here we go. And the 2023 season is officially kicked off and underway. Looks like Payne Valley comes out in the shotgun here. Snap to Preston, hands off to Braylon. Braylon hits a hole. Oh, breaks one tackle, breaks two tackles.
Takes about 4 guys to take him down there.
And that's something that you see with Braylon, like we've been talking about. He is not looking to run around these defenders. He's looking to run right through their hearts.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to take more than one person to take him down every single time.
Oh, for sure. That one right there, he breaks one loose arm tackle, has another guy, and 2 other guys have to come together to take him down there. Takes a snap from 49, hands it off to Braylon again.
It looks like he's going to bounce outside, maybe get one there.
That's a hard 1 yard, It's not what they want to see, but he takes a loss of 5 there, battles off, breaks a couple of tackles, and at least gets 1 yard out of there for him. It looks like the offensive line, needs to get a little bit more push there.
Takes a snap, hands it off.
Great
Braylon
block
running right,
by 85.
gets through 2 of them, takes third, 4, 5 of them to bring him down.
Number 85 here for Payne Valley. Let me get that name here for you real quick. Reed Laneham. He comes up with a great block there, Adam. I think without that block there, it looks like he's going to be tackled for a 3 or 4 yard loss, but it looks like he at least get back to the line of scrimmage for that one.
Preston's rolling to his left here. Looks like he's going to take it.
There you go. Oh, nice move. Oh!
Looks like it takes about 2, 3 of them to bring him down.
It looks like. Sorry, what were you saying there, Adam?
So for a second, it looked like he was gonna cut back up and then just take about 10, 15 more yards.
Yeah, it looked like there's a great hold there for him. I definitely thought that he was going to pass, but I think the whole way that might have been a design run because it looked like down the field there a little bit, the wide receivers looking more to block than they were to catch a pass. Keep Blanchester on their toes here. Like we said before in the pregame show, Payne Valley is a ground and pound team. They're looking to jam it down your throats, throwing when they need to.
You got Carson Free up there at the top of your screen. Kind of look for him in this no back set here. Looks like he's going to get it out to Free. He's going to take it, and then he's going to break free a little there and get tackled around the 39.
And that right there is how you become the leading receiver in the league. He takes a nice little bubble pass. He makes a couple of moves. He doesn't just get 1 or 2 yards. He gets 10 yards after the catch for the first down.
Looks like they're going a little hurry up here.
Yes, it looks.
Preston takes a snap, hands it off. Braylon's running, pounding through people. Gets about 8 yards there. Looks like looking like got about 6 yards there.
And like you've been saying all night, man, Braylon, he is just having defenders bounce right all off of him, man. I mean, one person is not taking this guy down.
Oh, he hasn't got stopped by a single person yet. It's a host of I guess Blanchesterans.
Yeah, I think they're the Wildcats.
Yeah,
here.
host of the Wildcats. Host of the Wildcats taking them down every time. Oh, looks like it was a little bit of a false start on the defense there. Offsides.
I think that might give him a free first down there, Adam. Yeah, that would be an automatic. first down there for the Bearcats. I want to go back
It
to
looked like it was on number 58, Jared Daniels.
Jared Daniels, okay. And that is something that we need to harp on here. Got to keep the penalties under control here in week 1.
Nothing kills teams more than penalties. Looked like a snap was a little high. Preston's going to take it right up the middle.
Wow.
He's going to get, looks like another first down. Looks like he's down to the, he's going to be down to the 9-yard line, or are they putting him, nope, sorry, that's the 15.
15, gotcha. Yeah, again, another run there, and even their pass has been a short bubble pass. So they're looking to really either get you in the trenches or still keep the running game going.
Looks like another high pass there. Braylon's taking it to about the, looks like it's about the 9, maybe the 10.
The surprise on the break tackles there. And this is what I wanted to harp on earlier whenever you said that there's not one person that's bringing them down. A lot of people think it's the lowering the head, using the shoulder pads to break those tackles. But if you watch his legs here, if you're a young running back at home watching this, watch his feet and watch his legs. They just don't stop until he is taken down to the ground.
Looks like we got a pass. Looks like we got a touchdown.
Oh, no.
Carson Free.
It looks like he's calling it incomplete here, actually. It looks like, yep, he said he didn't have full control of it, so that it looks like we're going to be an incomplete pass on that one.
A little early on the confetti.
It's always time to party here in the Valley.
Absolutely.
Never know when those confetti cans are going to pop up.
We got Bryson Dunham down here on our side and Carson Free at the far side. Looks like it's going to be Braylon up the middle for about 3 to 4 yards.
See, I think here, Adam, inside your own 10, you make the pass play for that first one, and obviously it looks like, close to getting the touchdown there. If he bobbled it, if he didn't bobble, that's something we know. But I think you got to stick with your bread and butter here. I think you just got to shove it down their throats and assert your dominance to get that first score of the game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. With a guy like Braylon who's just been pounding it this whole drive. I mean, they got their keys out. They've been going for a drive, and he's been kind of driving the car the whole time, Takes the snap, hands it off right up the middle. Looks like he's going to get another 3, maybe 2 yards.
This is where you really got to tighten up here. Tighten your splits down. Here as a lineman, normally you have 1.5 foot splits. You're getting down here into the goal line. You're probably expecting some blitz just because the defense here is going to be expecting you to run, especially with Pay Valley being a run-heavy team. So with your linemen, you definitely got to lower those splits down, lower those gaps, and not let the defenders just shoot right up there and hit your running back in the backfield. Ideally, you want the running back here to hit them 1 or 2 yards after the line of scrimmage.
Now, I'd watch this single coverage up here at the top with Carson Free.
Little read option there.
Looks like there's a fumble in the play. And it is recovered by Paint Valley.
I think that puts it at 3rd down here.
No, they just got to.
Okay, so that was the first down. 2nd and goal here, Adam. What are you thinking? I mean, I know I said pounding it down in the middle, but what are you thinking here?
Personally, I'm thinking of a little bubble pass out there to Carson Free, especially now they got somebody out there with him. But it looks like Preston's going to keep it, and he's going to stretch out.
Touchdown,
does he get it?
Bearcats! First touchdown of the season goes to Preston.
Looks like it's not quite a touchdown. Looks like they stopped him at the 1 there.
Oh, wow. What a play-by-play catch on that one. I definitely thought that Preston was in on the
Yeah, he was stretching for it. They did a good job of holding him there.
Yes. Puts him at 3rd and goal here. I wouldn't even say 3rd and 1. I mean, it is 3rd and inches from where they stopped Preston on.
Looks like they got half a ball length left.
Yes.
And this is one where you just QB sneak it,
Just get your running backs go. Oh, heading off to Braylon.
Looks like Braylon's just going to pound it in there for the score.
Again,
takes four of them to get him down.
Yeah, and what a way to cap off of a great drive. Braylon giving it his all, running over, like you said, 4 people to get the first touchdown of the season here for the Bearcats.
And as much as they went to him on that drive, he deserved to get that touchdown.
He
You know,
did.
he was the workhorse. He basically got him the entire length of the field, you know.
Yes. A great methodical plan there for Payne Valley. You definitely can tell that this week of practice, they've been practicing that very first drive and what they plan to do.
The kick is up and good. They were practicing a few of those here in the pregame show. We almost got hit by a few of them.
Yeah, it looks like Braylon's the kicker, too. So it's a man amongst all talents there. Jack of all trades, I should say, actually.
Oh, I'd hate to be playing him in fantasy this week. Just scored 7 points.
Yeah, I would hate to be the guy that's going against Terrapin Station this week. Who is that?
I don't know. I think B for L. They could be something else now. I think they're dying.
I think dying for Dubs. But, you know, we're still feeling good out here. We got Carson Free on that one catch to keep going for us.
It probably hurts you a little bit seeing them take away that Carson Free touchdown just to let Braylon get it. You know,
did just a lot. So you know, it's okay there.
At least it's a Payne Valley touchdown for you. You know.
Hey, if Carson Free didn't get it, but at least we're up by a touchdown, I would take it here for my Bearcats.
Hey, I'm just doing this fantasy to have some fun. Hopefully, get a little bit more shot for these kids.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But Adam. First drive, man, I mean, it definitely looked like Payne Valley asserted their dominance running. How'd you feel about that first drive?
I'll say Blanchester, they're going to have to figure out how to stop the ground game.
Yes.
You know, it's just been, I'd say 3 yards in a cloud of dust, but, you know, he was getting like 5, 6, 7 yards every carry, you know. So, I mean, they're just going to have to stop that run.
Yeah. And that's something that they got to know coming into the game, too. Oh, here we go.
Looks like it's a short kick.
I think Payne Valley recovers it.
Looks like Payne Valley's getting excited. It's a dog pile. Let's see what the refs are doing here. At the bottom
of that dog pile, somebody's getting punched in the gut. Fingers getting ripped off.
Somebody getting fish hooked. And Payne Valley comes up with it.
Yeah, very good ball. Ball for the Bearcats. Wow, what a gutsy call there by Corey Dye.
And this is looking like it might get a little scary for Blanchester early if they can get something going on.
And that's what happened last year. You know, talking with Corey Dye, he said they got off to that hot start, but they ran out of gas at the end. So maybe that's what they're trying to do this year is get that fast start, give them a little cushion for the end of the game. Man, Braylon lined up at quarterback? Oh, no. He's still back around. I was like, wow, Wildcat.
We got Braylon.
Let's go.
We got Carson Free. Just barely incomplete.
Not a terrible pass there by Preston. It looks like it was in a good spot. Just some great defense there by the cornerback for Blanchester.
So with about 6 minutes left in this first quarter, it is 7-0 Payne Valley, who has had all the offensive possessions.
Yes. And this ain't like the NFL where you have your offensive and your defensive players. You go out there on defense, 2 straight possessions. You go out there on offense, you're going to be pretty tired.
Preston takes a snap. Looks like he hands it off to Braylon, who bounces into about, I think he's going to be stopped at about the 31. Just another good drive.
Here's something that our viewers are going to get tired of hearing, Adam. Run from Payne Valley. That's what they're looking to do here.
And yet again, 3 people to take him down. Not just 1, not just 2, 3 this time. Preston takes a snap, fakes the handoff. Looks like he's got a little bubble right there.
Oh.
And just a monster hit.
That's actually by Bryce Sipple, their quarterback there. I mean, he lays a hard hit there on Carson Free.
Oh, no, that was Bryson Dunham that had caught that pass. It was
Bryson
number
Dunham.
0, Bryson Dunham. They had Carson Free out there trying to block for him. Not trying. He was successfully blocking. It was just a... You got Carson Free split way out here, all by himself on our island. We got 4 split out left. Preston takes a snap. He's looking for Carson. He throws it. Looks like it's an incomplete pass intended to Carson Free. So it's looking like Blanchester's going to get their first offensive possession. Looks like they're taking the ball over at the 35. Let's see what this offense can do. See if Paint Valley's got an answer for their offense, unlike Blanchester's defense.
So it looks like, from what I've done on my research, so, talking to some people, it looks like we should be expecting a triple option here out of Blanchester. It's pretty much kind of like how that Georgia Tech offense was supposed to be ran there. And with that, man, you might not see a lot of success in the first quarter, but it will wear you down as the game goes on here.
Two heavy run offenses, two completely different styles of running. It looks like the quarterback's going to keep it and get about to the – oh, wait, no.
Looks like the 45 there.
Yes, that was the quarterback that had kept it, Bryce Sipple.
Sipple is huge. I don't know if you guys can be able to tell here on the camera here or not, but this man, he is listed at 6'1", 190, and I think they missed a couple of inches because he is every bit of 6'3" looking at.
Oh, yeah, I was 6'2", and he looks like he's a little taller than me.
Yeah.
He's a big body out there, that's for sure. Taking the snap, under snap, looks like he hands it off. Number 6 is going to be Sebastian Smith.
Senior to senior there.
He's going to get it 6 yards on the carry there, give him a first down.
Going back to what you said there earlier, Adam, two offenses that love to run the game, but Paint Valley, they're going to smash mouth, turn around, hand the ball off to Braylon. With Blanchester in this triple option, they're getting great push from their offensive line here.
Absolutely, and as much as Paint Valley likes to run, last year they did have the leading receiver. Oh, just getting up there, didn't get the tackle, missed it. Looks like Bryce ended up keeping it, but it was just a monster hit by the linebacker to get back there.
Yeah, it looks like they blitzed that A gap there, and it looks like he met where the handoff was between the quarterback and the running back. Quarterback makes a great read of pulling it there, trying to get some extra yards. But finally, Paint Valley gets a push up front there to take over.
But we know Paint Valley can pass the ball. I'm just kind of looking forward to see if these Wildcats here, they got a little bit of a air game, or is it just going to be all the triple option on the ground?
I'm also excited to see
I think we've seen 3 passes so far, all from Paint Valley. Looks like he's going to hand it off to Sebastian Smith. And he's going to take it for about 3 yards.
So it looks like with Blanchester here early, it looks like we're either going to try and hand it off to Smith, or we're going to have Sipple keep it and try and hit the outside. Paint Valley.
It looks like they also have Aiden Brasham out there as he's another quarterback that they have listed as quarterback, but he's number 7. Looks like he's the pitch guy.
I was going to say, got to watch for that halfback pass.
I was thinking the same thing. So it looks like Sebastian's going to get it, and he is just doing his best Braylon impersonation and just taking as many with him, taking 2-3 Bearcats to bring him down.
And he's really not getting hit till, like we were saying that Paint Valley need to do. He's not getting hit till he's about 2 or 3 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So even if hitting him and falling forward, he's going to fall forward for maybe another 2 or 3 yards, minimum 5-yard gain here.
It looks like it's 4th and 1 off the 5-yard carry there. It's just.
Now, the defensive ends need to be disciplined here. They've been running it right up the middle the whole time. But right when you think they're going to be running up the middle, they'll hit you for the edge. And if that end gets sucked in too deep, easy to go around and, touchdown Blanchester.
My football coach growing up was always my grandpa, and he always hated any sort of read option that read off the defensive end, because if he wasn't the most athletic, it was the linebacker, and that's just not somebody you want to be making guesses off of. If they're an athlete, they can blow up a read option.
Exactly. Looks like we're getting a measurement here for the 4th down.
Looks like they're bringing out the chains, see if it's actually a first, or it is looking like it's a couple inches short.
Big 4th and 1 here, if so.
Oh, 4th and inches. It's not even looking like it's one.
You got to go for it. I know you're at midfield, but you have to.
Oh no, that's a first down.
Okay, giving it to him.
That's a good call out from the refs.
Looks like Blanchester, they were on their heels a little bit. Paint Valley comes out, they hit him with a touchdown. They hit. I don't know what to call that. It wasn't really an onside quick.
It was kind of, it looked like a squib or maybe just a botch kick that Paint Valley was ready for. They were prepared.
But it looks like Blanchester's been really bouncing back here, getting that stop and driving. Simple keeps it here.
It looks like he's going to get about 4 yards, maybe 5.
Looks like Colton Yoakum's coming off the field for a minute.
Just recently switched numbers from 50 last year to 2 this year.
2 great numbers there, Adam.
Absolutely.
So coming here, I hate to call out the Paint Valley defensive line here, but they're just getting blown off the ball. You got to have a little bit more anger into you, a little bit more attitude. Oh, first pass for Blanchester. Rolls out to the right. Oh, what a hit by Carson Free.
Pass is incomplete, intended to Zach Musselman?
Musselman, yeah. Musselman, I think is how he's played.
That's what I was going to say originally, but I didn't.
Musselman!
Yeah, Musselman.
Boom! Just absolutely laid
hit.
out by Carson Free. If he catches that and miss, that's either a 10 to 15 yard or possibly take it to the house. So that's a huge open field tackle there by Carson Free.
Can't just catch balls, he can catch receivers, receivers too.
Yes, sir. Hit stick in the Madden on that one.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, fumble. I think Paint Valley jumped on top of that, Adam.
Yeah, it looks like number 12 had grabbed it for Paint Valley. That's going to be Bray Robertson.
All right, Braylon Robinson just doing it all right now. I'm getting touchdowns, kicking field goals. Yeah, it looks like he. Oh wow! Untouched.
It looks like it was just a dropped handoff there.
If you see there, look, Braylon goes in there completely untouched. Maybe roused the quarterback a little bit there, and just a complete botch of the handoff.
And that Paint Valley crowd is going wild. It's got our camera shaking just a little.
Yeah. Last minute 15 here of the first quarter. Let's see if they try and, go for a chunk play or just play it out like normal.
Preston takes a snap, hands it off to Braylon, who's going to bounce out to about the 47. No, looking like the 48. It's going to be a 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5 for the Bearcats.
Hey, going right back to the bread and butter, handing it right off to Braylon Robinson. Him and Nate Dreitzler out of Edina, the big reason why I think they're going to have good fantasy this year is they're just the workhorse for their respective teams.
We got Preston handing the ball off to Braylon, who's going to bounce it out for a first down, looking like he's get to about the, the 43?
I think that was a 10-yard gain there.
Yep, 1st and 10 for the 40 from the 43 for the Bearcats. We got about 28 seconds here left in this first quarter.
A little hurry up, see if they can score before the quarter
We got
ends
Carson Free down here at the bottom side of the screen. They're going to hand it off to Braylon.
I think we have a flag in. Yep. Normally we have a flag in like that, Adam. It's going to be hold. Yep.
Holding.
That's what it's looking like here.
Holding on the loss of 1 run. It's going to be a negative 11 play here.
Adam.
It's a holding on Colton Yoakum.
Adam, Tony and Andy got to meet up with the Blanchester coach here before the game, and he said that he was actually he was ready for the run game this year, kind of ready to bounce back after that loss that they had from Paint Valley this year, and it looks like they came out ready to play this time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I said they had that rocky first. Their defense was still trying to find their footing in that first possession. Looks like Preston's rolling to his right. He's going to throw right over Carson Free's head.
Can't really get the passing game going tonight. I mean, they had the one bubble pass to Carson for him to make a little bit of a move, but other than that, it's just been ground and pound.
If I was Paint Valley, I would look more for the short passes. Say they had that a couple long balls kind of just sail on Preston there, so that way he couldn't quite find his target. They did have that one toe tapper that was he was bobbling it there at the end, allegedly. Allegedly. I thought it was a touchdown personally, but I'm a little biased. But yeah, I'd like to see him do more of the bubble passes, short screen plays, maybe some slants in there. So it looks like we're going to have a fake bubble.
bubble.
Oh, it looks
Uh-oh.
like Preston's going to break two. He's going to go. He's going to make another miss. Looks like he's getting to right about the 47-yard line.
His best Braylon Robinson impersonation there.
Yeah. It looked like he was going to hit the bubble screen just as I was saying it to Carson Free, and then just turned and rolled right and got a few yards there.
So it looks like a gain of 7 there. They said 3rd and 13 after the 2nd and 20.
And then that's our quarter.
So at the end of 1, we have Paint Valley ahead over Blanchester, 7-0. Basically just ground and pound game from both sides, Adam, but that's something that we were kind of expecting coming into this game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, we've seen one incompletion on the Blanchester side of things, thanks to Carson Free. And then we've seen a couple incompletions. I think 1 or 2 complete short pass. But other than that, it's been all run all the time.
Yes.
Maybe 6 passes total so far. Some
And
smash mouth football.
And I would say that the incomplete passes are more on what Blanchester's doing right over what Paint Valley's doing wrong.
Yeah. I think there's only been 1 or 2 passes that weren't there, that weren't broken up by the defense, like you said.
Yeah, and the offensive line here for Blanchester and the defensive line for Blanchester is really coming through for them. They're really winning the battle in the trenches here. I know it's kind of weird to say with how many rushing yards Braylon has, but every single time that Paint Valley's dropped back to pass, there's been 1 or 2 Blanchester people right there in Preston's face.
So we got a 3rd and 15 here coming up to start the second.
Looks like we got a little talk here with the officials. They weren't 100% ready.
Looks like they're getting that ball spot placement correct. Looked like they moved it up a yard.
We want to give a big shout out to the officials here, making sure that the game can go on. You know, they're harder to find these days, so please, if you're at a sporting event this year, be nice to the officials.
Looks like we got a handoff to Braylon.
And there Blanchester is again with that front line. They are just beating Paint Valley off the ball on the front line. That has to be something that Corey talked to them about at the end of that first quarter.
Now, something that Paint Valley fans maybe got to worry about is, you know, is their team feeling a little too good off that first drive? Was it, you know, were they thinking it's a little too easy? And then on the other side of things, it's looking like that kind of woke Blanchester up. You know, they're ready to go now. They're making stops. This is the 2nd straight possession that we got a 4th down here. It looks like they're going to punt.
Sometimes being the one to get hit first is not a bad
thing. Ball goes over his head.
Uh-oh. You can still
looks like he's going to pick it up. He's going to try to run it. And he's just getting a couple of yards back. Yeah, in that moment, you know, I feel like it's one of those where you're just a little too afraid to try to do something else wrong. And something's already went bad. You don't want it all to go bad, you know?
You know, for that hot start for Paint Valley, it looks like anything that can go wrong has gone wrong for them since that first drive.
Defensively, they have still been there, you know, coming up with a big fumble or forced fumble and fumble recovery there by Braylon there, the last possession. Let's see what we can
Let's see if we can, see what you're saying. See if we can get a good stop here. I mean, you're starting on bad field position. Your offense got it going, but it's kind of in a lull. Your defense just got a fumble recovery last time, but they really need to come up with a stop here and get that offense back to rolling.
Yeah, barring that fumble recovery, Blanchester was going on a drive themselves, you know.
Yes.
And then we got our first timeout of the game by Blanchester.
We'd like to take this time out to give a shout out to our sponsors. Thank you, Hammond Lawn Care, for being our giveaway sponsor. And it looks like we gave away our $20 gift card to a young fan here at Paint Valley for the best sign. So thank you, Hammond Lawn Care, for being able to do that for us. Also, a huge shout out to Adina Regional Medical Center. Need anything done from ER-wise to just a normal checkup with your doctor, make sure you get out to Adina, and they'll take real good care of you.
Yeah, they'll make sure everything's operating A-OK under the hood. They'll give you a little maintenance, a routine checkup, make sure everything's all good.
And I will tell you that people have been coloring my grass. Jessica Simpson, how beautiful it's been looking.
Oh, I've seen your yard. I got to see it in action. That second backyard you got, beautiful out there.
Beautiful.
Great lawn care service.
You'd think that my yard was a referee with the great stripes that are in it.
Oh, no,
also
absolutely.
want to give a huge shout out here to Wagner's Roadhouse. If you have not had their wings, You're missing out on life. Best wings in town.
Housed about 20 of them earlier. I don't know how I'm going to make it through this second half. I'm going to go to sleep in a food coma.
Yes, yes. Spicy barbecue is the spice that you need in your life, people.
Don't sleep on the mango habanero. Looks like we're about to get ready back into action after this timeout. We got Bryce Sipple under center. Send somebody in motion. We got a halfback pitch. Looks like he's going to break it way outside, and it's going to be a loss of 1 or 2. That looked like it was Caleb Sears on the carry.
Looks like we're having a little bit of a bend, don't break attitude here from Paint Valley's defense.
Looks like we got a face mask on the play.
Well, it looks like I spoke too soon then. And that's one thing that you can't have happen. When you're trying to get that momentum back, when you're trying to come.
That was a face mask on number 56, Caleb Saunders.
Caleb Saunders.
Sanders? Could be Sanders. I'm sorry if I believe it is Saunders.
If we butcher the name, I promise we'll have it right by the end of
Roast
week
us
3.
in the comments. Let us know.
Put us on blast. We're ready for it. We deserve.
Looks like he hands it right up the middle to Sebastian.
It's just, I don't know about
Looks like
you,
it's a
Adam.
gain
I
of
know
3
some
there.
people might be more interested in airing out the game, but I just love a ground and pound game on both sides of the defense and just bully ball.
There was a reason why when we had Zane on the show, I did the defensive highlights because I just love a smash mouth defense. That big hit by Carson Free, the big hit that wasn't even on the quarterback earlier.
Yes.
Just even if they don't have the ball, just big blocks. Just love seeing the ground and pound, just tearing people up.
So it looks like Sipple got kind of tripped over his own lineman there for a loss.
Looked like he got right back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gained a yard on it.
Yeah. 2nd and 7. Or is that 3rd and 7? Yep, looks like 2nd and 7 here. Or 3rd and 7, I'm sorry.
3rd and 7 from about the 31.
Need a stop here for the Paint Valley Bearcats. Absolutely need a stop here. Like I said earlier.
And if you're Blanchester, you absolutely have to get a score here.
Yes.
You know.
Do you think Blanchester finally goes to the air here, though? 3rd and 6. I mean, it's hard to do a triple option and get 6 yards. I mean, they've been steadily getting some big gainers here, but those are normally on 1st and 2nd down. 3rd down's a completely different story here.
I'd look to them to go back to that little
Waggle?
Yeah, the little pitch they did to the outside where they hit Caleb Sears, number 17, and they got the face mask. I'm looking for something like that, maybe to the long side of the field.
So it looks like we have a spot correction here from the referee. It looks like it's 3rd and 1.
Looks like it's going to be a handoff right up the middle to Sebastian Smith.
It looks like Paint Valley's defense made a run to Dunkin' Coffee here in between that break because they finally got that energy up front, and they are blowing people up there.
And that's going to be a 4th down.
So, Adam, I think some keys of the game here for Paint Valley to get the W tonight. I think, number 1, they have to limit the turnovers on their side of the ball. Really hasn't looked like big turnovers here so far, more of them causing the turnovers, so it looks like they've been doing okay with that. 2nd, they have to win in the trenches on both sides. It looks like they've been winning the trenches for the most part on the offensive end, but on the defensive end, they got to get off the ball a little bit more because that's, in this game especially, where the game's going to be won. And they got to be disciplined on that option. Those ends have to stay disciplined because as soon as you think they're going inside, that's when they suck in, they're going outside.
Looks like we got a handoff right up the middle. Oh, no, he's going to keep it. Sipple's going to keep it and go to the outside. Looks like he's going to dive in and reach and get stuck at the 1. Nope, they're going to give it to him. He's going to get a touchdown.
Wow.
Let's see if we can't get this PAT in and even this game up.
There's like Almost right on cue there, Adam, for the 20-yard touchdown. Like I said, they go to run that triple option. Everybody gets sucked inside. Simple makes a great read, pulls it, goes outside. Nice block there by 7. I want to say a great block by 7 because it wasn't a huge block, but he doesn't go a little too extra and do a block in the back. He lets his quarterback
Keeps it legal and gets it done.
Yes, lets his quarterback do the work. So, and that's the thing. Again, I'm going to harp on it. Those ends have to stay disciplined. Have to stay disciplined, or that's going to happen all night. Is that legal?
This is one of my favorite things. Just anytime you see a kicker that's just a little huskier, you got a big boy, they got a lineman out there kicking field goals. You just love to see a lineman getting some points up on the board.
Because, that's one athletic man right there.
Yeah, so it's 7-7 here with 9 left in the second quarter. Let's see if Paint Valley's offense is going to be a little bit, if they can't get something going, are they going to be a little stale, a little lackadaisical like they have been?
Let's see, too, because like you said before, Blanchester comes out, they get hit in the mouth. You think Paint Valley's about to steamroll them, and they completely answer, kind of stopping Paint Valley, get a touchdown there. If it wasn't for that fumble, who knows what happens on the drive before. Can Paint Valley do the same thing? Can they get hit in the mouth, respond, and come up with a drive to get this game going back in the right direction?
Coach Dye's out there trying to talk to his guys, tell them, this is kind of how he expected the game was going to be. It was going to be a back and forth game. There's going to be 3 yards in a cloud of dust. I'll say it over and over again. The smash mouth football. It's old school football. It's what I was raised on. I love it. It's being a Vinton County guy. I know all too well about the run.
Yes, and being a lineman myself, running just meant, hey, hit that guy in front of you as hard as you can, you know what I mean? With the pass protection, you're kind of playing defense while you're on offense. You're kind of taking a couple steps back. You're not initiating that contact. With running, you're initiating that contact, creating the space there.
We got a nice punt here, or kick here.
I think that's Carson Free returning it.
It is Carson Free. He's going to get up to about the 35 before he gets taken down. A beautiful return. And that's another kid. I just did not realize how big he was until I see him standing next to a couple of the refs, a couple of the other players. He's just about a foot taller than everybody, at least a head length over everybody.
So it looks like, to give an update around the league here, it looks like Zane Trace goes up 7-0 on Logan Elm. Looks like Carter Langley hits Aiden Dunn for a 43-yard touchdown strike. So that's going to be good for the fantasy people here.
Preston hands the ball off to Braylon, who breaks it.
Oh,
who's going across the midfield. Looks like he's tackled down to about the 42. Yeah, it's looking like he's right at about the 42. Looked like Zach Musselman ended up muscling his way in there for a stop. First person to stop Braylon with only one person tackling him.
Looks like a gain of 20 on that one.
Giving it right back to him. He's going to power up the middle and just not get stopped until everybody comes in and kind of has to tackle him.
And that's what Paint Valley needs to get back to, just the bread and butter. Turn around, hand it off to your workhorse. Let him get you back into this game. Yeah, I always wonder, too, with a running team playing against a running team, you got to get good practice reps, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, but like we were saying earlier, it's just two completely different running styles. Because it looks like most of it looks like they're going to do a little swing pass to Braylon there. I guess it's more of a pitch. He's going to gain about 2 yards, 3 yards. But, yeah, it's just a different style of running. Looks like Paint Valley's in a drop back set. Single back, whereas, we were talking about Blanchester being in that triple option that Georgia Tech used to run. Most of their stuff's coming under center with a guy coming in motion off the wing, kind of.
And there's something to notice there for Blanchester. They have 2 tight ends, I think, listed, but with numbers that are not receiving numbers. So when you have a tight end in the game, normally you think that tight end's going to slip out on the end and go out for a pass, but in this situation, it looks like most of the time it's going to be. Oh, it looks like a 15-yard penalty on Blanchester here. So tack on another 15 there for Paint Valley. Go put them in striking range. I think it'll put them on Blanchester's. Looks like they're inside their 20.
Looks like it's going to be right about their 19. Yeah,
Yep,
it's
right
gonna
there
be.
on their
Oh
19.
nope, sorry, that's gonna be the 24-yard line.
Oh, yeah, we got to go backwards. Just for you listeners out here, this is me and Adam's first time calling a game, so if we get a little dyslexia here on the screen, we apologize.
Looks like they're gonna hand it off to. Is that Yoakum getting his first carry?
Yes,
It was. That
it's
was
Colton
Yoakum. Colton Yoakum getting his first carry, getting about 6 yards. Nope, looks like it's a 5-yard carry. Got a 2nd and 5 coming up from the 19-yard line.
See, that'll be dangerous if Paint Valley can get 1 or 2 more of their weapons going. They'll get Blanchester on the heels to get them rolling.
We got a
again.
snap hand. Oh, it looks like he's gonna. No, he handed
nice
off to
move,
Braylon, and just.
Breaks
Oh, he
the
breaks
tackle.
free, and that's
Wow.
a Paint Valley touchdown. I'm sorry, Clay.
Yes! Hey, again, if you're going to beat me on fantasy, at least it's for the Bearcats. And that's a, 29-yard run, what we just talked about there?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
No, he was from the 19. It was like right about the 19. And just a great fake from Preston. Had me broken. Had my mind broken. I thought he was passing that bubble pass. Got our cameraman a little bit too. Oh, there, right over our tech guy, MVD.
There, we could have him go down.
Storming the field if it hits MVD.
So it looks like a 19-yard touchdown run by Braylon Robinson. Gives Pay Valley the lead here at 13-7, and looks like Pay Valley finally gets back to the bread and butter there.
2 touchdowns for the second running back drafted
Yes.
from Paint Valley.
Yes. I think he comes in with a little bit of chip on his shoulder here, Adam. How about you?
Yeah, absolutely. I was just glad to see Yoakum getting a carry, getting about 5 yards there in his first carry that we see today.
I'll tell the listeners that Yoakum is a special person in my heart. I coached him on. I was the JV coach here. You don't see a lot of kids get 16 rebounds in one game.
Yeah, 16 rebounds. What were you coaching, 7th grade?
No, I was actually coaching JV here, so it's like
Okay.
against other high school kids. So as we continue on the second quarter, Braylon Robinson with a huge touchdown run, 19-yard rush, breaking every single tackle that was against him. What's something that stood out to you so far here, Adam?
Just the inability to be able to wrap Braylon up. It's just he's got tree trunks for legs, man, and he just never stops moving those feet. You know, I've seen him on the ground a few times, still chopping them feet. You know.
Yeah, and I will say I've been a little bit critical here of Pay Valley's offensive line, defensive line. That's why I played in high school, so I will be a little overcritical of that. I'm glad to see they finally have woken up. They came with that first drive. Great energy. Got a little lackadaisical there in the middle. But it looked like that drive there, they finally get back to the roots, just hand it right
Looked like
off
that
to
score
Braylon.
by Blanchester kind of woke him back up. You know, they realized, hey, we got to get back in this thing. They've tied it up. We got to get back to what we're doing.
And sometimes this is what you need. You need that after you punch somebody in the mouth, you need to get punched too. That's when the fight really starts. Oh, looks like another botch here by Blanchester.
Looks like Blanchester's going to pick it up. Another guy came in and ended up grabbing it.
It looks like Pay Valley has definitely been practicing those kicks there, Adam, because that is the second time that they've done it, and it is almost successful the second time.
If it's
as well.
anything like my freshman year, we just didn't have the best of kickers, so every single play was a botch kick.
Brucey's time to shine.
Exactly. It was an onside kick every single time.
So a little bit more update around the league here. Looks like friend of the show Zane Brownfield forces a fumble for Piketon, and then recovers it and takes it 56 yards to the house. Piketon leading 6-0.
That's got to hurt Andy. Zane was on his bench this week. That's just a shot.
Should be good there for Tone though on that defense for Piketon.
Looks like
Fake
Simple's going to keep it and run it to about the 38.
It's an interesting thing that I hear for Blanchester. It looks like some of their runs look like a triple option read, but it's actually just a design fake with Sipple, my apologies, rolling to the opposite side. And that's, again, why those defensive ends have to stay disciplined. If you think it's going the other way and you suck in to try and go get a tackle that you're 10, 15 yards away from and it's a fake, Sipple's going to take it around for another touchdown here. So those defensive ends, they have to make sure that they stay disciplined here for the Bearcats.
Looks like it's going to be a little bubble screen here. Musselman's got a block. We got Oh, no, sorry. Musselman, yeah, got a block, and he looks like he's going to take that down to about the 33.
Oh, looks like we got flag here, Adam. Let's make sure that's not coming back.
And it is coming back.
Little update on the league here. Looks like Logan Elm answers back with his touchdown of their own, 7-7 after 1. So it looks like that one's coming back from Blanchester. That's huge for Pay Valley. That could have been a huge blow to them.
Yeah, it's the first real pass we've seen from Blanchester, and they end up throwing it short to Zach Musselman, and he got a block and kind of went. He's got speed. It's the first time we've seen a little bit of his speed. See if we can't see a little bit more of it.
Adam, it looks like your Vikings have come back, tied it up 7-7 with Unioda down there in Vinton County.
Yeah, I was actually just working on getting an update myself. Oh, looks like another fumble.
Oh, botch snap.
And Sipple just ends up falling on it.
I will say, Sipple seems, dare I say, a dog here for Blanchester.
Seems like really the biggest thing for Blanchester so far is just they've had a few early mistakes.
Yes. Starting with that fumble on that first drive. Again, a drive that looks like it was going to be a touchdown drive. So if that fumble doesn't happen, we'd be looking at a 13-13, 14-13 game here.
So one of the rare times we'll see. Looks like Carson Free.
Oh, and it's a tip
No, that
interception.
wasn't Carson Free. That was Willie Wheaton. Willie Wheaton with the interception.
Come up with a huge interception for Pay Valley on this second quarter.
It looked like Bryce Blanton tipped it.
Who's that?
Oh,
85?
sorry, 85. That is going to be Reed Lamon.
That's the second big play for him. He
had a huge block.
Yeah, look at the excitement. I love it, Reed. Yes, let him know your name.
And again, that was Willie Wheaton with that interception.
Great hands, great awareness by Willie.
Hand off to Braylon. He's just stumbling, bumbling. Oh, looks like he's getting a little chippy there. Had a little ankle twist there at the end. That's not a man you want to get mad at you because he's going to run right through you next time.
Braylon will not forget the disrespect.
I have a feeling we're going to be picking that number 17 up out of the ground here in a little bit.
Looks like that was a gain of 5.
Preston with the snap. Going to hand it off. Looks like Colton Yoakum takes it to about, looks like it's about the 14, 15. Oh, it looks like there's a flag on the play.
Can't have that. You have all the momentum in the world. You're driving. You're about to get in the red zone here. You can't have penalties pulling you back.
And that one's looking like it is on the Bearcats.
I want to go back to that interception here, Adam.
Unfortunately, that penalty was going to be on Reed, number 85. It was a holding call. That's okay. He's done so much.
He's done a lot for the Bearcats team. Sometimes you're just going to have some miscues here, but
first game of the year, you're going to have a couple of those mishaps, a couple of those, few penalties that are just,
Braylon hits the hole again.
Gain of about 4 or 5 there.
It's like gain of 4, if I'm not mistaken.
They're now back to where it was when it was first down. They got 10 yards to the first. Looks like Preston's going to pass.
Under some pressure here. Uh-oh.
Throws it up
for grabs.
And it's an interception. And that was by Sipple. That was by Bryce Sipple, the quarterback, picking off Preston.
That's got to be personal, the quarterback picking off the quarterback. He looks like he just times it. And
Yeah, he said, I threw one. I got to go get it back.
Yeah.
I got to get my get back. And there's a nice return there. He's quick, get out to about the 26.
I was about to say, because he intercepts that right there on the 2 or the 3. Easily could have been tackled on the 1 and actually gets them out to their own 25. So puts them in good starting field position. That's,
no wonder he was okay moving from quarterback last year and going to play a little bit of receiver. He's got hands on him.
It looked like, too, the Blanchester front line there gets a good push. It causes gets in the face of Preston there and causes the bad throw.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure there at the end, like you said. So we got Sipple under center. He's going to hand it off. No, he keeps it. Gets about 3 yards on the keeper.
Now, how do you respond here at Pave Valley? You can be upset that you just threw you just had a turnover while you're driving, or you can bounce back and say, brush it off, next play, like good championship football teams do. Get a stop here on defense, get your offense back there, and get the job done, score another touchdown. Because Blanchester can really wind this clock down with only about 3:45 remaining here in the second quarter. They could take this down to the half, get a touchdown, and have all the momentum running in there to halftime.
I'm sure that is their plan.
Yeah.
We got Sipple under center.
Oh, fumble!
Fumble looks like it's recovered by number 17, Caleb Sears.
Having a year off, going from quarterback to wide receiver, come back to quarterback, it can be tricky getting that snap down. You do
that chemistry with the center.
all you want, but when it's Friday nights, it's a tight game. Every single snap matters. With a year off, week 1, you can see here they're having a little bit of trouble getting that snap off. A couple of fumbles here.
Yeah, so you can kind of see there's a little bit of rust, seeing how there's been 3 first-half turnovers here.
Something that we like to see, though, gives us some talk we get a little excited about.
Oh, absolutely. Just 2 great athletic plays on the ball for those last 2 interceptions. The first fumble, looks like it was just kind of a mishap, not really caused, just kind of happened, a little bobble of the handoff there. But last time they were in the deep formation. Oh, it looked like Lane tipped that one again and immediately tackled by Carson Free. I was just about to say, last time they were in that shotgun formation, they threw a pick.
Yeah. I was expecting to say Carson Free's name a lot here tonight, but on the offensive end, he has really stepped up here on the defensive end. It's good to see. Good to see.
Hey, the best defensive backs are usually receivers because they know what's going to happen.
True. Coming down to the last 2 minutes here.
Some great football so far. It's just been
a great way to open up the season.
Oh, absolutely. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Beautiful field, beautiful atmosphere.
The sun's setting here in Pave Valley. The sunset is hitting right on Coppers Mountain and making it the most beautiful sight here in Southern Ohio. And I think we're going to have a timeout here by Blanchester. So with that timeout, we'll try to give you a couple updates around the league here. It looks like Goshen, is that what we decided?
Yes, Goshen.
We decided what their name was.
Coach Yu came over and told us we were saying the name incorrect and told us the correct way to say it.
Seems to be happening to a lot of us here recently. But it looks like Goshen takes a 7-6 lead over Piketon there with 5:11 remaining in the first half. So what are you thinking here? That's just a great jump there by Sipple. Sorry to cut you off after I literally just asked you a question. But just checking out that replay there, that's a jump ball.
Yeah, that showing both of those replays, both those interceptions makes me think, hey, you do not throw the ball deep right here. Especially with somebody like Carson Free roaming around on that defense. He's just going to fast. He's athletic. He can out jump you. If he gets his hands on it, he's got a strong pair of hands on him. He's going to bring that ball down.
See, personally, this is why I've always just not been a fan of the triple option, because we get in these 2 minutes. You need big plays, go down and get a touchdown in the half.
It looks like, is that Bryce Sipple back there as the punter?
I think we're just calling him
Mr. Do-It-All.
Yes.
And doesn't even think about doing anything other than punting it, and it is a beautiful punt.
No return here by Pave Valley.
Going to get down inside their 40. Looks like it's about the 36 or 7.
like you say, Adam, here, it makes you want to go pass. But watching the game, I don't know if I want to go pass because Braylon has just been getting steadily 5 to 10 yards of carry.
Well, now, my thing is, I feel you start off, maybe you get a quick 1 or 2 short passes, and then you give it to Braylon. You let him pound it in there, and then maybe try to take the top off that defense there with, Carson Free. Maybe look to go with somebody else, like maybe look for
Bryson Dunham or Colton or Braylon out of the backfield.
No, I would say Bryson was somebody I was going to say just so that way eyes are off of
Carson.
It looks like he's got that one just out of his hands. Pass was intended for Carson, I believe.
And again, let's give some credit here to Blanchester. It's not like Paint Valley's not passing because they don't want to. It's because Blanchester's in the right place at the right time. They're getting good pressure. They're making it hard on this Paint Valley team to do what they want to do. But you got to give credit to Paint Valley,
This Blanchester defensive line is the biggest reason why we haven't heard Carson Free's name a whole lot.
Exactly, because they're getting pressure on that quarterback.
Preston takes a snap, hands it off to, looks like he's handing off to Braylon, who's going to make a guy miss, get tackled by 3 people. Same old song and dance as we've been singing.
Looks like with that gain of 4.
Yeah, looks like it's a gain of 4 to the 40. We got the snap, fake the handoff. Got a pass.
Nice.
To Free, who's going to, I thought he was going to make somebody miss, ends up getting tackled by Musselman and Sipple.
Is that from the 35 to the 35 there?
I looked like it was from the 40 to the 40 to the 35.
Yeah, so about 25-yard catch there for Carson.
And Preston was being hit while he threw. That ball wasn't the best ball, but, it got there. And he took a hit when he got that ball out of his hands.
And, being a Paint Valley alum, seeing that heart and grit out of a quarterback, man, it gives me goosebumps.
Just right here, you're about to see 56 come off. You see Braylon try to hit him, and he just gets edge of him.
A little chip there.
And it gets hit as he throws. Like I said, it wasn't the best ball. It looked a little like a wounded duck, but it got there.
Yeah.
It got the first. It got 25 yards.
And again, kudos to Preston. He stays in the pocket. You can see that he's feeling that pressure coming, unfazed.
You just know Braylon walked over to him, picked him up off the dirt, and said, "I'm sorry for that one, my friend."
So it looks like they've definitely gone pass here and run, doing a nice balance. Keeping Blanchester on the toes, it seems to be working. It looks like Pay Valley has their 2 timeouts left. Blanchester only has the 1 timeout with 1:13 to go here. I'm excited to see what Pay Valley does coming out of this timeout.
Takes a snap, fakes the handoff. Preston's going to keep it.
Oh, there you
Getting
go,
a nice block by Colton. Free helping his quarterback up.
Is that first down?
Looks like they have switched into a little bit of a hurry-up offense here. Preston takes a snap, hands it off to Braylon, who's going to take it to about – no, he's still up. He's going. He's to the last 10. 5, touchdown!
Bearcats! That is the
Let's go!
Second 20-yard
right behind us.
Touchdown run by Braylon Robinson. Electric. He breaks not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, 5 tackles to take it 25 yards to the house. Touchdown.
Just when you think he's down, he's still up and running.
I'm glad to see there too, Adam. Connects there after that great touchdown. Adam, what I would love to see out of that drive, yes, they go to the pass, but exactly like what you said. They don't go for the deep ball. They go for the short little dink and dunk, and they get finally to within striking distance, and they get right back to the bread and butter. 3 runs right in a row, and look at this. Right through the middle. You're not catching him.
Just a nice block right here by Carson Free, putting a hit on a quarterback.
He even put the ref in the blender with those jukes. He didn't know what to do. That's when you know you got something special there. And that's exactly what you need as well going into halftime. You finally get that momentum back. Yes, you're up 13-7, but Blanchester was taking that momentum away from you. So not only a touchdown run, a 25-yard touchdown run to go into the half theoretically is exactly what Payne Valley needed.
Again, as we see this run play just one more time, just
Great
right
vision.
through everybody,
Yes.
cuts out, just knows exactly when to cut, and nobody's stopping him. You know, it doesn't look like he's running that fast, but he is running hard.
It reminds me of Le'Veon Bell, you know.
He reminds me a lot of a Timmy Ousley, a guy I went to school with who
Yes.
ended up going to Musk Kingdom. Is
Yes.
just
Sold him a car. Shout out.
yeah, just a dog.
Yes. But like you said, it doesn't look like he's running fast, but he's being patient, letting his linemen create the holes for him, and then just exploding through those holes.
Looks like we got Caleb Sears taking the ball to about the 21. Make sure I didn't get that name wrong. Yes, Caleb Sears.
Also, I would like to say we have a great turnout here for week one. Payne Valley
Looks
and
like Sears
Blanchester.
is still down there on the field. That's unfortunate. Looks like his might be an ankle, might be a lower leg.
It did look like an awkward tackle there a little bit, Adam. It looked like he kind of folded over, hit his head, maybe twisted his ankle, kind of like what you just said there. So hopefully he's doing okay out there. But yeah, to get back to Payne Valley, ground and pound.
Loving those new uniforms, you know.
Oh, sick.
Kind of like when we were talking about with Shu earlier. He said he just wishes, like, you know, the Lakers, the Celtics, they don't go changing their uniforms. It'd be nice to have a base and have a little bit of a, you know, a little change, a little, you know, specialty uniforms for certain things.
Yeah.
But honestly, I like these uniforms. I
The
just love
black
them.
helmets, dude.
The matte black.
Oh, super nice.
Yeah.
Super
See,
nice.
growing up, Vinton County guy, we always had the maroon helmets. Sometimes we'd put the Viking horn on it, but it was maroon. And looks like there's going to be a penalty there. It's going to be a holding on the receiving team.
I think that might put them on their own 10 there, Adam.
Yeah.
If I'm Blanchester, I'm 3 straight runs. Let's get it at halftime. And
Looks like it's going to be right at the 11. But, yeah, it's 3 straight runs. Might even – no, you can't really take a knee here because that's just not something you want to do in first. It's the first game. You know, maybe you take one shot and then you run it.
a little update around the league. It looked like Goshen got another 51-yard touchdown pass to go 15-6. But Pike did answers right back with a 34-yard touchdown pass by Luke Golian. 2-point conversion was good. Pike is trailing 15-14. Minute and 2 left to go in the first half.
Looks like Sebastian Smith is going to get the fake handoff, and Sipple's going to keep it. Looks like they're going to use their last
Payne Valley's
timeout.
calling that timeout right there. Interesting.
They might be trying to get the ball back here, Clay. Get 3 stops, get the ball back, and trying
With
to punch
2
it in.
timeouts, you're definitely hoping that either Blanchester makes a mistake by running out of bounds or they have a pass play and you're going for an incomplete. Because then you got a punt that you hopefully can return for a touchdown.
It could just be, getting your team a little bit extra win, give them a little extra,
Sure,
You're going to
get a
lose it
little
if you don't use them.
Little extended halftime, as you could say.
Again, shout out Wagner's for those
Yes.
wings. Just
I
still, that's
think-
all I've been thinking about was those delicious wings we had earlier.
most people ask sponsors for money, Adam, and I said, ain't no money compared to free Wagner wings.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, no, 100%.
Yes. But yes, big shout out to Wagner's. Also, shout out to the Cozy for helping us out, live streaming our games tonight and games going into the future. So if maybe we're covering a game that's a little too far away from you and you're living in Chillicothe,
And you want to drink a little bit of juice?
yeah, drink a little bit of wave juice, have a classic Cozy burger. Stop on in on the Cozy and check us out on there and watch the game live there.
So let's see what we got for this 2nd and 14 play.
They have a wide receiver uncovered out there, Adam. That
Looks like they're going to drop
and
back
that's where they
pass.
go to. Oh no! Uh-oh.
Looks like there's
Is there
going to be a
flag?
little offense or defensive
Yeah,
pass
there's going to be a
interference.
pass interference there.
Simple pass to Musselman.
Right there on
incomplete.
Willie Wheaton. Great coverage there by Willie. The thing is, just right there at the end, you got to get your head turned around.
Yeah, you got to make a play on the ball.
Yeah, great coverage.
It didn't even look like there was. Yeah, it was great coverage. Didn't even look like there was necessarily.
That's almost good on Blanchester's quarterback because it's a little underthrown. Puts Willie in a hard position there just because wide receiver has to make the play back on the ball. If you don't have your head turned and he runs right into you, that's going to be a pass interference every single time, 15 yards for the other team.
Yeah, there's not really a whole lot of Willie could have did to get out of the way of that. Just looks like, bad positioning, just where the ball was, just couldn't really do anything with it.
Pros and cons with that as well, though. He lets the pass get complete. That's a 30, 40-yard gain. Pass interference, it's only a 15-yard game. So
luckily, it's not spotted the foul.
Yes. Man in motion here.
Looks like it's going to be a pass to Musselman.
So it looks like Blanchester being a little aggressive here.
Looks like Musselman's going to be their best receiver as he's been their most targeted, and he's got a set of wheels on him.
And smart play by him getting out of bounds. Obviously, on first downs, the clock's going to stop here in high school, but until you get the chains reset. But if you get out of bounds,
that was the second down. Looked like it was a gain of 8.
Oh, it looks like he didn't get out of bounds. It looks like the clock's still running here.
2nd and 1.
Oh wow. That's a game changer. If he gets out of bounds,
looks like Blanchester just called their last timeout here.
And I think they would have called it earlier, but I think they were also under the impression that he was out of bounds there.
That was a big play getting tackled in bounds there. So the Bearcats able to keep him in bounds, kind of possibly saved him there because if they don't have to call that last time out there, they're out of bounds. They're able to set up a play. Maybe they get downfield a little bit, and then they're able to call their timeout.
And isn't that the greatest thing about football? Game of inches.
Oh, game of inches.
If he makes it out of bounds there, who does it say that they have 20 seconds? You get 2 plays off. You can get another chunk play, call a timeout, then one more chunk play. That's a touchdown right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, okay, so 22 seconds back on the clock. I'm not 100% sure right now if he got out of bounds or not.
I'm thinking he didn't get out of bounds, and they went back to when they had actually called the timeout.
Oh, so yeah, they could have called the timeout a little bit earlier and got the call. So, 22 seconds left. It looks like they're on the 17. There's no way that's right.
No, it looks like
it looks like they're on their 40.
Yeah, it's looking like it's 41. On the 41.
You got to go big pass play here. Okay, so Pay Valley covers that top wide receiver there. That's a false start.
It's a false start.
Yeah.
Looking like it's a false start on Musselman.
He's number 8. That was Steven Lester for Blanchester. That is a shot in the foot right there, Adam. It's only a 5-yard penalty, but momentum. You're going to hear us talk about that a lot tonight. If you got the momentum like they just had there, big play, you can't have negative plays happen for you.
Looking for Sears to go in motion over to the – there he goes.
Uh-oh.
Looks like he was looking for Musselman kind of short there and just kind of throws it out.
Good read there by Simple. Not forcing anything down the field, knowing – that they want a touchdown there, but you also don't want an interception. If Pay Valley gets an interception here, are they going to score? More than likely not. But that's just even more momentum for them going into the second half to build off of on an already 28-7 lead. That's the last thing that you want if you're Blanchester, to give them even more confidence going into halftime.
Throwing your second interception before the half is definitely going to be not a confidence boost. It's going to be a retractor.
Definitely not. Looks like a handoff here.
Looks like Sebastian's going to get it right up the middle.
I think that is going to be the end of the first half here at Paint Valley.
Yeah, that's going to quarter us there.
All righty, with that, we'll conclude our first half here in the Valley. Here from George Nisley Field, it was Paint Valley with the lead going into halftime with a 20-7 lead over Blanchester. Adam, thoughts on the first half here?
Well, we kind of predicted it. It was a run-heavy game, that's for sure. Some great things on both sides of the field, offense and defense. Saw a pair of interceptions, a fumble. We saw a lot of running there. Kind of opened up with the pass there at the end. But for the most part, it's looking like it's going to be a ground and pound game. I'm looking forward to it. It's been a hard-hitting football first half. Love to see it.
Yeah, and for the two of the scores there for Payne Valley being giant touchdown runs by Braylon, one being 25-yard and one being a 20-yard run, and then I think the third one.
I remember that first run was like a punch in off the QB sneak run.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Thank you. But 3 rushing touchdowns again, just asserting their dominance on the run game. Had a little bit of trouble there in the trenches in the beginning, but finally picking it up on the offensive line there for Payne Valley. What a hit.
Such a monster hit by Carson Free right there.
Definitely the hit of the first half. Obviously, in quotations for being the hit of the game there.
Yeah, showing Muscleman who's got the muscles.
Big flex. Flex so hard he might even flex out of his suit. And then right here, fumble. Great hustle there by Colton. Colton Yoakum, as you can see,
it looks like if Colton Yoakum doesn't hustle there, that ball goes back to Blanchester.
Exactly. So Colton doesn't get the fumble there, but he hits a couple of people to get out of the way, gets the fumble. And then right here, just a great read by Sipple. This is another reason why I've been saying this entire first half. You got to stay disciplined on the ends. And that's something that we know Corey Dye is going to be talking to him about at halftime. Because they've been running up the middle a lot there at the end of the second quarter.
Not only great touchdown, had that interception there late in the second quarter.
Yes, Sipple is putting Blanchester on the shoulders and saying, we go as I go. And
we will not go quietly into the night.
Exactly.
Yeah, just such a beautiful run game. It looks like Corey Dye, he came in with the plan, and he has stuck to that plan. This one was the one that you were talking about, broke off for about 25, and then 2 plays later, he breaks off for a 20-yard touchdown that drive, and then already had the 1 touchdown early on in the game.
And what you can see there, and you're going to see here again, the vision. Look, so many people closing in.
Takes the hit, and it says, nope, I'm going.
Keeps the legs going in there for the touchdown. Like we've been saying this entire first quarter, and I'm glad to see Corey Dye sticking to his game plan. One thing I will say, though, is a great interception here by Willie Wheaton. Right place, right time is one thing, but being alert.
Unsung hero.
Yes.
Reed. I'm going to have to grab his last name here. Sorry.
Reed
Lanham.
Yes.
Reed Lanham. Sorry about that, Reed. Unsung hero.
Actually,
huge tip pass, huge block.
Actually had an interview with Reed last week for a little research on before the game. He said, I said, Reed, what do you love about football? He said, hitting people.
Hitting people. And that was my favorite thing about football, and it's my favorite thing to watch. That's why high school and college are my favorite over the NFL. It's not quite as hard hitting as it used to be.
Yeah.
A lot of quarterback protection there. So I feel like high school is one of the most purest forms of football. It's the same thing with any sport in high school. It's usually the most purest form. You got the most heart, the most emotion going on there. It means the most to people.
Yes. And I'd like to talk about this 20-7 score here. I know to a lot of people, a 2-touchdown lead might seem like a lot, but Payne Valley had to fight and claw for every single point that they had in that first half. It is a lot closer right now than that scoreboard says so.
It was a one-score game almost that entire time. It was 7-0 for a while, and then it was 14-7 for a while, or 14-13 for a while. Sorry, 7-13 for a while, and then they just punched it in there late. So I mean, like you said, it has been a close game.
And I know they're in a hurry up there at the end of the first half, trying to get some more points on the board and everything. But they had a lot of success there at the end of the first half of the passing game. Maybe come back and kind of go on that a little bit heavier. I know you're a triple option team, but if Payne Valley is expecting the triple option, it might be smart to come out in that second half and air the ball out a little bit.
See, I was thinking the same thing with the hurry up offense on the Bearcat side of thing. You'd like to see Corey Dye sticking to this. What's got him here so far, just pounding the ball down. But it looked like that passing game got opened up a little bit. I'd look to see if it's maybe a little bit more throwing, putting the ball in the air, maybe a little bit of a 60-40, 60%
60% on the ground, 40% on the air kind of deal.
The offensive line right now, Adam, has to take it personal that they haven't been able to pass the ball.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying it's 100% their fault, but Blanchester has been getting a lot of pressure whenever Pay Valley drops back to pass. Some of that is sending more people than the linemen have to block. Some of it is, Pay Valley's line need to communicate a little bit more. You got Gavin Kingery up there being the leader. I talked with him the other day, and he understands the assignment. He understands, being a senior on the offensive line, you're in control. You're making these color calls. You're making these audibles. People think audibles are just for the quarterbacks. No, the linemen are up there. They're having to see those linebackers, which ones are coming up, which ones are staying back, if they're blitzing at all. Tony Tone. Tony, how do you feel?
Hello, fellas.
How are you doing this first half?
I got a bird's eye view, and I'm telling you, I like what I see.
You like what you see? All right. So, Tony, take us away. Obviously, we have Braylon getting those 3 touchdowns for Terrapin Station, kicking my butt on fantasy. But how are you feeling right now going into the first half? I think the first half, 20-7 for Pay Valley.
To be 100% honest with you, I'm up there with some of the coaches. I'm getting some inside info, and I love the way that they think, and I think there's more to come, man. They're picking some things out. They're ready for the second half.
Also, we got a big update for you on your defense. Got a big, 50-yard scooping score from Zane
Brownfield with a scooping score for the touchdown on the Piketon defense. How's that guy make you feel with that big Piketon D?
I'm going to tell you what, I told you I wanted to draft him #1 overall. I almost did, and I wouldn't have regretted if I did. I'm going to go find some super fans out there.
Hey, all right.
Hey, here they're not in short here.
That is our sideline reporter there, Tony Tone. Here giving us a great. He said that he's been talking to the coaches up there. Maybe some of those Blanchester coaches saying, "Air the ball out."
Yeah, well, I'm glad I play him week 1, so that way it doesn't have any more insight going on.
Yeah, I'm glad
his lineup is set.
I'm not glad I'm playing Braylon Robertson week 1 here. 3 touchdowns. If I'm doing quick math, he
Coach
has
Carl is sick that he picked the wrong running back.
Yes.
But that's okay. Colton Yoakum's going to come out. He's going to have some carries the second half. I have a feeling.
He had a great carry there. Just gets called back with a penalty, and that's another thing that I want to harp on. I'm going to be tough on Payne Valley because I'm an alumni here. I want to see a win. Got to clean up those penalties. Got to clean up the penalties. That's kind of what's shooting them in the foot here. Honestly, I personally believe it should be a 4-score lead. But you got to clean up those penalties. You have that should have been a catch by Carson Free, but referee
Hey, they still got that touchdown from
referee must know that Carson's on my fantasy team. Doesn't want me to win this week, but it's okay.
I would say,
it's okay.
Andy in town did give an interview to a ref earlier. Maybe they said, "Hey, you see Carson catching one in the end zone. You can tell him it's a little too far back."
We would like to take this halftime again. We cannot thank our sponsors enough. Again, Wagner Roadhouse supplying these delicious wings you're seeing in front of you. The Cozy Inn just being great supporters for us. Hammond Lawn Care. If you need your grass cut and you want to look as beautiful as Brad Pitt, as sexy as Jessica Simpson, you want to give them a call. Great business, gets back to you quick, great prices, and like I said, it's got to have your yard looking better than you could ever imagine.
So you can't give them a call? So you just burnt your tongue up? You can't give them a call? You can go to their website.
Yeah, go to their website, or can't give them a call. Cat got your tongue? Shoot him a text. Gets back with you very, very quickly, and great customer service there. So definitely want to give a huge shout out to Hammond Lawn Care there, getting your grass looking great.
And then also shout out to Payne Valley for having us here. Appreciate it so much.
Payne Valley, well, this is something, Adam, I've been thinking about this ever since I was in high school. I thought, man, how cool would it be to just have a game day show, you know what I mean? Have a fantasy league, just something that I thought would be super cool in high school, and
where it's us as the people getting drafted, and it's us that the people were here for the game day show to see, you know. And that's what it's all about for us, is just giving it back to the kids.
Exactly, and what I hope is that in a few years, whenever these kids grow up, they go through college, they have kids, they can go back and use these games and be like, this is some film that you can watch of your dad playing. You know what I mean? It's
have you ever had a game day show come to your high school? No. Oh, well, your old man did.
Yeah, it's because you didn't live here in Chillicothe, Ross County. But again, huge thank you to Paint Valley for letting us make this possible. What a setting.
Yeah.
What a setting. The lights are finally starting to come on. The sun is finally starting to set. I can smell the fish frying here, Adam. It is not a true Paint Valley game without that fish fry, my friend.
You smell the fish fry. All I smell is football. Football's back, baby. Football is back, baby.
So, Adam, Vinton County Union, do you have any updates on that? I think the last time that we saw it was 7-7 there.
Yeah, I've been trying to. It is 14-14 now as of 8:08, 10 minutes ago. It is 14-14. I don't have any other updates. I just got the score. So, like I said, some good football going on down there. Wouldn't rather be anywhere else but here. But a close second is that Vinton County Uniota game.
Yeah,
especially with it being at the Viking ship.
Yes. It looks like for another update for you, Goshen goes into the half leading 15-14 over Piketon. Kind of surprising there. I thought Piketon would definitely have the lead going into halftime.
Yeah,
there, Adam.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought our new Piketon's defense was gonna be doing good things. I thought it was gonna be more on the keeping them from scoring, not just scoring themselves. But big touchdown by Piketon's defense.
Another update. This is a non-SVC score, but if we go, Miami Trace actually has a 13-6 lead over Waverly. So some big things out of Miami Trace. I saw a few of their players on Gridiron Glory this year.
We're cutting live to the sidelines here with some super fancy Paint Valley Stadium. I'm telling you what, I'm looking at Copper's Mountain over there. It's getting my Jimmy's Russells. You know what else is? These super fans right here. I'll tell you what, fiery. Okay, I'm excited. What's your favorite thing about football season?
Student section, for sure. I love watching the boys go out there and
Look
play.
at that great Motley Crue shirt.
I was just about to say the Motley Crue.
All of them.
Oh, all of them, she says. I'll tell you what. We're Ryan Wave Show. What's up, you? I like your mocks. Get down. What's
Logan Long. Logan Long.
All right, my guy. Your name is Log, okay, right? Why do they call you that?
It's my last name, and they started calling me when I missed it.
I kind of like it.
Thank you, man.
I'll tell you what, it's a good nickname. How you feeling about this season?
I'm feeling good, dude. We're going all the way to the state championship.
Let's go, Logan.
Let's go. Bold prediction.
That being said, I think you guys got a good chance.
Yeah.
You know,
This man has
any plays you like tonight?
that look like Grizzlies' feet. And
I say jet sweep.
I like it. Ooh, he's got the over on Bryson Dunham. We're not betting men out here, but we do it metaphorically if we want to talk about it. We do got some fantasy
There's a
football. If you
pizza
want to check
on
it
it.
out, guys. I'm telling you what, I like this student section. You're the first one I've seen, and I'm enthused. Can I get a Paint Valley football?
Hey!
Paint Valley football on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Paint Valley football!
Heck yeah.
I picked Colton Yoakum first round, dude.
I'll tell you what, and I saw that wonderful play that he had, and I said, somebody's building stats there. But I like it. Have a good guys.
Electric out there.
LA. And that's what we got Tony Tone doing. We see some of the strings around here. We think they're great. You obviously get you, but missing that sideline action there, Adam. And that's what
these
Tony
other
brings.
these other guys are missing one thing, one very important thing. MVD.
Wait, it's MVD. MVD. Again, we want to give a shout out, D44 Films. Thank you for coming on here. He has been. None of this is possible without him. He is the mastermind behind all of this tech.
We've said that a few things about a few different things, but he is absolutely the one guy that has brought us all together and stuck us together.
Literally, you would not be watching this without D44 Films. So if you need anything done, shot, anything going with a video, make sure to reach out to him.
You want a hype video for anything?
Yes.
He can make it, and you're going to be hyped. So hyped you might run through a wall.
I
Who
was so
knows?
hyped this morning, I almost ran for president.
I was so hyped, I ran through your wall.
Oh, my God. That's why the wall was gone.
That's
oh
why
my
the doors broke, yeah.
Okay, so if you can fix walls out there, please give me a call because I got so hyped through MVD that I don't have walls in my house anymore.
And if you don't know the video we're talking about, go to our socials. We posted on our socials.
Man,
Football's back
Paint
in the
Valley
valley.
all the way. Football.
Football!
Go, baby.
Yeah!
Let's go.
Let's go. But you know who else likes to run, not through just brick walls, brick people? Braylon Robertson. Talk about him in the first half.
Looks like he watched that hype video. Yes, he's running through some people.
It is, man. He might be one of the people that be responsible for not having a wall in my house after that hype video. But watching him, man.
All right, we're here at the concession stands with some of the most important people at this football game, okay? I'm walking by, first thing said to myself, you know who we need to get? The Grinders, baby, and here's where they are. Can I get a Pain Valley football on 3? 1, 2, 3.
Let's go.
Everybody thank them. I swear to God,
Yes.
tip them too.
Tip him. Tip him
Yes,
good.
Tony, we would like to give a shout out to those hardworking people at the concession stand. Some of you might not know, those are parents of kids on other sports, actually. Those are the cross-country parents, the basketball parents. Some of them don't have a kid here for the game right now, but they want to make sure that those concession stands are open and running smoothly for all of you out there to get your good snacks and treats during the game. So, yes, Tony, huge shout-out to the concession stands because for big boys like me, they keep this game fun.
And I know we're going to need some. We've been pounding the water since we've been here. I know
Yes.
we're going to have to be making a stop over there and
We
get
will.
some waters.
Yeah, we will. If we make a stop over there, I'm getting a talk on the bag. Sorry
I'll
about
say,
it.
Coach Hugh was saying something about they had a certain burger. He's like, "You ever tried one of these?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Oh." So I mean, if we go, I'm getting me something to eat.
But yes, huge shout out to the people there in the concession stands. It would not just be as enjoyable here without you guys. Getting back to the game, the Braylon Robertson. I think we're going to see him go for 5 touchdowns tonight, Adam. 2 away. He's already
I
got
think
the
he
3.
might pass for one at this point.
Here's the thing. If he passes, can it please be the Carson free?
Now it's going to Yoakum.
But yes, obviously we joke about our fantasy. We are competitive, but we have no bribery. I think it's all good
It's
fun.
all to get the kids more publicity. That's all it is, to get the kids' name out there more and more and more.
But I'm here to win, okay? I am here to win. But if you don't know what we're talking about, go check out our socials. We got our rosters up on there. Again, MVD coming
Team
through
to
with
watch
some
is going to be
amazing
Hoops. There it
graphics.
is. This is
Yes.
the best team, best drafted team, best looking coach.
Yes.
It's just guy's a dog out there.
Also, don't forget to tune into our shows every single Sunday from 3 to around 5:30ish. We know what time it starts. We don't know what time it ends.
Because it's just a mental vacation. We're out there
Yes.
just chillaxing.
Come in for a mental vacation, have great interviews. We will have Shane Combs coming on this Sunday, kind of do a weekly wrap-up with the football. Soccer started this week. Volleyball is about to get ramped up. Well, I know we keep talking about football, but Adam, sports is back.
Oh, sports is back. But
Sports
most
is back.
importantly, Clay,
Yes.
football is back.
So again, make sure you check out that for us on Sunday. If you have some topics that you think that we should talk about, don't forget to give us a message there on either Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. Adam, how did you think about the first half?
Dude, I mean, it was electric. It's great to have football back, like we've been saying. Probably say it 1,000 times, 1,000 more times. Football's back. It's great. It's in the air. You can smell it. You can feel it. Now that these lights are on, it's really got that high school football
Yes.
feel. It's a Friday night out here. Man, it's electric, man. Just some big hits. Honestly, so far, my favorite things that's been happening, other than just Braylon just running it down people's throats, is just the defense.
Yes.
Big hits, big plays on defense. Just love seeing it.
I would like to say, too, we've been talking about the kids all night. Great games being called by these coaches right here. Great games being called by them. I think they're
Not a whole
calling
lot of penalties either.
No,
The refs
no.
are letting kids play.
and you can tell that these kids have been coached well because they kind of are picking up on the cues from each other. You know what I mean? It looks like Pay Valley's kind of starting to figure out, when Blanchester comes out, if they're going to run, if they're going to pass, in that triple option. Here's the thing that can come and bite you, though. You start thinking that they're going to do one thing. Blanchester turns around and does something completely different, or vice versa. Pay Valley turns around and does something completely different. That can really bite you in the ass there for easy 7.
Oh, no, absolutely, yeah.
Going back to my keys for the game, being disciplined. For the most part, Pay Valley's done that. We had one play where you don't play discipline. It ends up being a touchdown there for Blanchester, making it 7-6, I think.
I'm wanting to say they only have had one penalty, maybe 2 penalties on them. They had that they had a holding call on Reed there.
Yep.
And then they also had that pass interference there by Willie, I believe.
Which 2 penalties. One, Reed didn't really get to quite see the holding or anything like that, but he's done so much good for this Payne Valley Bearcats teams that sometimes, yeah, you're going to have a slip up, you're going to have a holding call, but in the reality, Adam, you can call holding every single play.
Oh, 100%. It's just whether you see it or not. And it looks like we're getting ready. We got about a minute left. These Payne Valley Bearcats coming back out on the field.
Can't wait. And then that second penalty, Willie Wheaton, can you blame him on that one?
You don't play defense like that. You're giving up 30, maybe 6.
Right.
Who knows?
Obviously, everybody knows for a DB, you got to keep your head turned. When the ball is underthrown there about 10 yards, you're really just not expecting that, you know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to blame Willie on that one. But bounces back and has a huge interception there for Payne Valley, huge interception. So it almost looks like if somebody's doing something wrong, they do 4 things right to make up for it.
Absolutely, and as we see these guys running behind us, it's
Love the
definitely
tie-dye.
time for some
Love the
football.
tie-dye. Got to shout out the tie-dyes here.
Yeah. It's looking like we're getting ready for the second half. It's
Talk
about to be
the
a good
smell
one.
of football, man. Oh,
Nothing like
buddy.
sweat.
How's it going, Coach? Good luck out there in the second half. We are all access here at the Ride the Wave show.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Let's see if we can get some updates here around the league.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how that Vinton County Uniota game is going to go. 14-14. I'm excited to see who's scoring, see how the game's been playing out. I'm wondering if it's going to be I'm thinking it's going to definitely be a run-first offense on the Vinton County side of things. Uniota's offense, I haven't had a whole lot of opportunity to watch highlights other than just, Hoops'
there
huddle.
it is.
Yeah, watching his huddle highlight was just awesome. You think that they're pass only.
And going off those highlights, it almost looks like they let the other team decide what they're going to do, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's just like if the other team's taking away the run game, they're going to beat you with the pass. If they take away the pass game, they're going to beat you with the run, and that's just a great thing for Coach Hoops to have over there. It's kind of nice not getting to pick sometimes. You just let the defense pick what you're going to do and then be like, all right, we're just going to beat you the other way. You know what I mean? Not an SVC score, but a score that everybody should keep their eye on. I know we are here at the Ride the Wave show. At the half, Ironton and Wheelersburg tied 14-14.
14-14.
Barn
Title
burner.
Town versus Title
Yes.
Town.
I mean, 2 powerhouses just absolutely going at each other. That's going to be a great game.
Not David versus Goliath.
Yeah.
Goliath versus
Goliath,
Goliath. You know what I mean?
exactly.
That's why I said juggernaut schools coming out. And
Make sure you go follow Tyler Harris, T Harris 422, up there on Twitter. He's the one tweeting out the live scores for that Ironton Wheelersburg game. We want to give a shout out because that's a game that everybody needs to have on their radar for tonight. I mean,
Absolutely.
That's a state final 4 game, week 1.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's playoff level football.
Yes.
Week 1.
Yes.
Getting you started, setting the tone for football season. It's back, baby. It is back, baby.
We are going to say that a lot because there's just nothing like football, man. You get one game a week.
Basketball's my favorite sport, but there's nothing like being at a live football game when football season starts. It's just something else, man. It's electric. You can't match it. A high school football game is just one of the finer things. It's probably the 8th wonder of the world, if I had to say.
Yes, and being here at Payne Valley, I'll just like to speak on it a little bit. This is home to me. I had so many football Friday nights out here. Really, a lot of life-changing events out here on this field. It's just so nice. The full circle, the first Ride the Wave show, live stream and game day show, being here at Payne Valley, man, it's a special place in my heart. I'm glad, obviously, getting to shine light on all these local athletes. Turn around seeing Coppers Mountain, man. It just warms my heart being able to be out here. Beautiful field here for Payne Valley, getting this turf in
Having
here.
Coach Dye on the first ever podcast we ever did.
Yes.
Just something else that's just big time. It's just Payne Valley showing their love. So that's the least we could do, give back to them, come out here, make them our first official.
Cole Miller, state track champion. Not 1,
Not 2.
not 2,
but
3. 3 state titles. Adam, I Looks like Blanchester is going to be receiving the second half kick. I know we've been talking about it. Do they come out in the gun and see what that passing attack does against
first
Bay
off,
Valley?
they're going to have to get this onside kick.
That's true. Pretty much it. Brucey's time to shine, pretty much on night here at Bay Valley. For people that don't get that reference, go watch the newest longest yard. When I say newest, I mean the one that's only 20 years old.
They got Braylon out there. I didn't even realize he was.
Has to be on purpose.
Yeah, has to be.
Hey, we could have a little Pat McAfee situation. Just onside kick it to yourself right here in the middle. Goes 10 yards, follow it, just fall right down on it because that is a huge gap.
That
Huge
is a
gap
huge
right down
gap.
the middle.
Oh, it is
Braylon
a
kicks
nice
it off
kick.
here.
Looks like
6.
Sebastian Smith's going to fumble it. Oh,
Oh,
and Pink Valley recovers
Willie
it. Pink Valley
freaking
recovers
Wheaton.
it.
Willie Wheaton
Like
has
I said, they got to get the onside.
Willie Wheaton has been the X factor for this game. He gets the interception. He gets that fumble recovery there in the kickoff. Puts Pay Valley right in the prime position. I think I know we talked about. Here we go. Just botch. Look at Willie Wheaton. He's busting his butt to
I thought
get
that
down
was
there.
Logan that came in. Logan
Oh,
Hamlin.
is that Logan?
I believe that's 34, Logan Hamlin.
Oh, my apologies. Looks like.
Yeah, because Willie's over
Yep,
here.
yep, so it
that
looks
is gonna
like
be,
Logan. My
Yeah,
apologies.
Logan Hamlin.
Good
Heck
call
of a
there.
play by Logan Hamlin. Great field position here for Paint Valley.
Nice little fake there.
Looks like Braylon's going to go ahead and keep it up. Just a great way to start off the second half. Almost
Did
calling
you-
it. It wasn't an
I was about
onside
to say,
kick,
right
but
on cue for you as well.
wasn't an onside kick, but, you know, Sebastian
time
Smith
to
just
shine.
bobbled it, and looks like Preston's going to keep this one, going to get about 4 to 5 yards there, get past the 20, get up to about the 19. It's going to be third and about 7.
I've been excited to see Preston throwing the ball here tonight,
No,
but
it's 35.
I'm blown away by his ability to hit the ground game.
Honestly, he is killing me with these fakes. I can't tell what's
Yes.
happening with it. Looks like he's going to hand it off to Colton Yoakum, who's taken down in the backfield for looks like a loss of about 1. Good sportsmanship there by number 58, helping up Colton.
And that's one thing I love to see.
Shout out
Obviously-
Jared Daniels.
Yes, obviously
58.
we're out here. It's football. Honestly, you just want to hit, hurt, get at each other, but it's nice to see.
And then that whistle blows and you don't want to hurt no more.
Exactly,
You know?
exactly. Play to the whistle.
We
Drop
got
back for Preston.
looks like he's going to
Uh-oh.
hit.
Carson free. Let's
Touchdown!
go! Yeah! Let's
go!
Carson!
Finally,
That's
Clay's
what
on the
we
board!
need! That's what we need! Yeah!
Lost my mic there. Touchdown.
Dying for Doge appreciates that. What is that? A 20-yard touchdown pass from Preston Faber to Carson Free. His first touch of many touchdowns on the season.
And he is Preston getting hit again, able to stay in there in that pocket and deliver a beautiful ball.
I think it goes in. It still counts.
It is. It's still good off the upright. Carson Free just going up and catching the ball. I wouldn't call it a moss,
Yeah.
but it might have been a moss over. I believe it was. I believe that was Musselman. Just couldn't quite muscle his way to that
I
ball.
was going to say wide receiver on wide receiver there. Who's going to go up and grab it? Great placement by Preston on that. He throws it to the back of the end zone, puts it only where his wide receiver can get
And
it.
he took a hit by number 58, the good sportsman.
And that is the second time tonight that we have seen Preston. Look at that. Not beautiful. Beautiful. Carson Free gets in the perfect position on number 9 there. Preston puts it only where Carson can get it, and Carson just gets it with his hands. Great touchdown.
Huge hit by Daniels, Jared Daniels.
Yes.
On the Preston. Preston able to maintain that composure, be a man in that pocket, and deliver that pass that's beautiful. That's big time right there.
Second time tonight that he's sat in, taken the hit and delivered an absolute strike.
What are we going to see on this kick, Clay?
Are we going to get another fumble recovery here for Pate Valley, or does Blanchester return it for some good yards here? A real onside kick. Blanchester recovers.
You know what? Better not to plan them, you know? Now we got Paint Valley's defense coming out for this first time in the second half.
Man, coming out, though, with that fumble recovery, instantly 2 or 3 plays later, put it in the end zone. That has to be a huge, huge blow to Blanchester.
Finally, you're going to start making maybe a little comeback on Andy here in his fantasy league.
Let's go. Carson, now here's the thing, talking fantasy, that might hurt me. Big lead, lots of handoffs.
Oh, absolutely. But that's definitely going to help Coach Carl because Yoakum might be getting a little bit more touches.
Yes, very true,
Very true. That's something as a Yoakum fan that I'm going to want to see.
Yes, yes. And it looks like Paint Valley stops Sipple. Sorry.
Yep.
Yep, Sipple
Sipple
there
got
on
about
the
2
run.
on that.
You know, we were talking about Preston with these fakes. First off, I think I just saw a kid break his ankle over there, so T's and P's to that kid. But Simple, these fakes are hard for me to see, too. I mean,
I'm going to blame it on the angle. It's not me.
Can we put a GoPro on the ball, MVD?
Looks like he's going to keep it, going to pass it
Oh,
to Musselman.
wow.
Drops the pass. That one could have been going.
Yes.
He could have got tackled, could have broke it. Who knows? Either way.
Absolute strike by Simple, though.
That was a beautiful pass. Just
it was.
hit the hands. You got to hold on to that one.
Yes. As the great Randy Moss would say, if it hits your hands and you drop it, it's your fault.
No, absolutely. I don't care. I don't care if you touch it. If you jump full extension, you poke the ball.
One time I think I saw Randy Moss catch a ball with his eyebrow. I'm not 100% sure, but I wouldn't be surprised. See, here we go with the pass game. Do they come back to the pass?
Simple
Obviously,
under
in a
center.
third.
Gonna pass
Fake.
it, dropping back. Oh, tip
Go for the
pass.
screen.
That's they're calling it dead, but just in case Sebastian jumps on it. Yep, Sebastian Smith, number 6, jumps on it just in case there.
Great start to the half for Paint Valley. Come out, get the fumble on the kickoff, punch it in for a touchdown, turn around, get a 3 and out. Now, you got to watch for the fake here. I know it's 4th and long, but after a slow start, you have to be careful for Blanchester doing a fake here. It gets some momentum. Good snap, good punt. I think we're going to have a block in the back here.
Just got a quick update on the Piketon game here. I believe that's going to be same score, 3 and out for Piketon, and Goshen's got the ball now. I believe they're starting their own drive on the 49.
Call from the ref here.
It's going to be another penalty on Willie Wheaton.
So a little update here for you, Adam, on the Vinton County Unioda game. Looks like Vinton County gets the second half kickoff. First play from scrimmage, they have a fumble that Unioda recovers. And the first play for Unioda Newt Hoops gets a 1-yard run for Unioda to go up 21-14. Good for your fantasy team, bad for your emotional team in real life.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. I was going to say that Hoops was going to score 3 touchdowns, and he's going to run 1 in. He's going to 3 in the air, 1 in the ground, and then I was going to say Garrett was going to get a pair of them on the ground.
Preston handoff to Braylon. Great push there by Blanchester. You know, Blanchester, again, it's weird to say down 27-7, but they won't go away. This is not a team that just because they're down, they're going to give up. They're still out here. They're playing hard, playing not even to the whistle. They're playing through the whistle, which is, as a football coach, that's what you want, you know. Just because you get there and get the hit and you hear the whistle, you got to finish the contact. You just never know if you might have heard it and it didn't really happen, and then something happens and they get a touchdown, that's on you.
Preston's going to take the snap here. He's going to pitch it out to, looks like it is Braylon, or is that? No, that was Yoakum.
Nice little 2-yard.
Wait, was it? No, it was Braylon. It was Braylon.
It's hard with that 12 and the 2.
It
You
was.
don't know
I
which
know,
one
it's
it is all
hard.
the time. It's a little 2-yard run there by Braylon. Now backed up here inside your own 10. Up 27-7. It's not terrible to go 3 and out as long as you're not just turning the ball over.
Preston's
going
gonna
to
keep it, and he
but
says-
Preston said, "I don't care."
I don't go 3 and out.
Yeah,
I'm going to take that ball. I'm going to run it about 10 yards right up the middle.
Preston Barber on the carry. He's going to make a 4th down and 2.
So it's
So
going to
nice
be 4th
little
and 2.
10-yard
Got a little
carries.
10-yard carry on that play. Looks like they're going to bring out the special teams.
Now you got to be careful here if you're Blanchester. I know I was talking about the fake.
We had
with-
that last time they punted. They had an errant snap, kind of went over the punter's head.
Gavin
but
Kingery with an absolute bomb of a punt, completely flipping field position, getting Blanchester on their own 32 from his 2. That's a great. The Pat McAfee would be proud of that one
yeah,
there. Adam.
absolutely. I'll say, especially when last time they were punting, ball went over his head, ended up giving up bad field position. So I'm pretty sure that led to the Blanchester score down there.
Another shout out there, Gavin Kingery, senior lineman here. Looks like he's picked up the offensive ends, giving that pep talk like we were talking about, because that offensive and defensive line has woken up here in the second half. And then when you go out there and absolutely bomb that ball, it just shows your team that you're here, you're ready. It's time to go 1-0.
Got the snap, got the handoff to Caleb.
Break
I believe that is
tackles.
Caleb Smith. No, nope, Caleb Sears.
Nice first down run. Oh,
Looks like it's going to be
Second and short.
second and inches. They might bring out the chains. No, they're going to call it 2nd and 1.
got to go
9-yard
QB
carry.
sneak here. Just secure that first down and then go on from that one. Oh. Nope, yeah, it looks like they're going to bring the chains out. Good call here, Adam. You definitely want to make sure you have this right because this is the first down. This is definitely going to affect the play call here for Blanchester.
Yeah, it's just one of those other ones that's just a little. It looks like it's just a little too close to call. It's right
Yeah.
there on that yard marker.
I will say, I think we've
It's
had
just looking at where the chains are and where the ball was placed. It's looking like it's going to be just short. But what were
see
you
this
saying, Corey?
great replay here by MVD. Oh, I think he falls farther than they spot him. Too bad they don't have the same replay that we do, but it looks like he gets it here. Let's see what they say.
Piketon's defense comes up with a stop and take over at their own 20 after a punt goes into the end zone.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Just got a little update there for us. Shout out Gridiron Glory.
Yes. Wow.
Looks like that is
Inches.
just short.
I don't
mean,
even want to say inches. That is centimeters short.
That's hairs.
Yes,
that is hairs. That's about
centimeters
the
short.
length of a hair.
I think it might be the length of a dog hair off of a chihuahua. That's how short it is.
It definitely ain't one of my hairs up here.
That's really not. You got to do QB sneak here. Just power that.
I think they're giving it back up to Sebastian Smith. Is kind of what they've been doing. He's a running back there, but he's the size of a fullback. I mean,
Yeah.
when he ran, he almost touched his shoulder when they were running back out here. I was just, oh, that was almost bad for Clay. He would have been in the dirt.
Knock some dust off the shoulder, as Jay-Z would say.
First down.
So Blanchester here, they come out, obviously the 3-and-out first half of the first drive, but then they come back, get 3-and-out there or not 3-and-out, but they get a stop there against Pate Valley. Now looks like they're driving a little bit. Got to get some momentum.
Honestly,
if they can
the
get a
biggest-
couple of touchdowns here before the third quarter ends, we're talking about a whole new ball game.
Yeah, even though they got that 3-and-out at first, punting paid a big difference in pinning Payne Valley
Yes.
deep and making forcing them to kind of it looks like a busted play here. Sips is going to cut it outside and gain about 8 to 9 yards there off a busted play. You just always love to see that as a coach, just your quarterback just being able to make something out of nothing.
One thing that a coach might not love to see, but I absolutely love it, is your quarterback lowering his shoulder and just going through the defender. Obviously, in the NFL, you're paying your quarterback a lot of money. You want to run him out of bounds. College, you spend a lot of – honestly, nowadays in college, you spend a lot of money on your quarterback. But in high school, man, when it's the love of the game and you're just trying to get your
purest
team
form.
going, nothing says let's go like your quarterback lowering the shoulder and delivering that heavy hit.
Siffel's taking this snap under center.
I feel like we got to go back to
Most night.
Smith here.
He's going to be a
Civil-
fake.
oh.
He's going to pass it.
Oh!
It looks like they got
Great
Musselman
play there
down.
by Bryson Dunham.
Yeah.
Almost picks it off.
It looked like a little bit of a force there. Musselman was open a little bit, but he ran right into quadruple coverage. You had Carson Free over there, who's got a little bit of size on him. You had number 11, who I'm not for sure of his name.
Bryson Dunham as well. I think number 11 there.
Justin Pence was there. You had a 4 Bearcats there. Just didn't look like it was maybe the smartest decision to throw it there.
I think you can test that to the defensive line there for Pay Valley. They've gained some good pressure on him, get some hands in his face, and just make it hard for him to complete that pass there.
That's always been one of my problems with passing it from under center. It looks like he's going to fake the handoff and keep it up for about a 4 or 5 yard gain.
I know they want to pass here, Blanchester, to try and get this game back in the grasp, but most of their success has been coming off this running game.
Well, I think they're doing a really smart job, even though the passes aren't being completed. It's kind of spreading that defense out, opening up, taking the top off the defense a little bit, pushing them back, so that way that running game can be opened up a little bit more, get a little bit more room in those lanes.
I totally agree with you. I think that the call of the passes are well timed. If they could just complete 1 or 2, it's a whole different ball game here for Blanchester.
Yeah, I say, and they have targeted Musselman almost every single time. Looks like they're going to give it to Smith there. He's going to get tackled immediately, maybe for a gain of 1.
It looks like Pay Valley's picking up on the runs here for Blanchester. Excuse me, because it looks like they've sent everybody but the DBs there. Looks like both linebackers go. But it looks like corners and the safety stay home. So it looks like they're telling Blanchester, if you're going to beat us, you're going to beat us in the air. We're not going to let you ground and pound us to death tonight.
Yeah, and
shout out to the referee there fixing the jersey for our boy.
Yeah, and it's kind of been one of those games to where it doesn't look like they're going to be able to beat them if they just have to beat them in the air. Looks like we had Sipple.
I was going to say a gang of tacklers there for Pay Valley stopping
handing it off to, I believe that was Sebastian Smith again.
Yes, it was. If you had Pay Valley's defense / special teams, which I don't know if any of us did.
I don't think anybody picked him up.
I don't know why I go against my alma mater. I'll probably have to get kicked out for that one. I mean, they have.
Now, you did have Jackson's defense, and they are a wagon. Honestly, when we used to play them as Vinton County, I can't remember the last time we scored a touchdown against Jackson.
Again, we would just give a huge shout out. Great crowd here at Payne Valley. You got the stands packed. You got the you even got the fence packed here, man. It's a great atmosphere.
You got Simple faking the handoff, dropping back. Looks like he's rolling to his left. Looks like he's going to take this one for a first down. Nice block there by Musselman. He's going to be out of bounds at about the 27. Great block there by Musselman. Sorry, that was a great block by Aiden Basham, number 7. I'm sorry about that.
I was about to say, I know I've been saying that the ends need to set the edge there, but I don't think the end did bad there. I just think that Blanchester did better.
That was not a designed run at all. That was
exactly.
not a designed run.
I think it was just a good run there by Sipple, and I think that's something that you can take from being a wide receiver. You're probably getting the ball and running a lot more than just as a quarterback. You can take that and transition into a quarterback. It can help you get out of some sticky situations like that.
So we got Sipple under center yet again. He's going to take the snap after sending Aiden in motion here. He's rolling to his right. He's going to pass to looking like Caleb Sears, and it's incomplete.
Man, Pay Valley's defense has just been locked. I've never been saying it, but they have just been locked down the second half.
Yeah, barring a few big plays like that big run we just saw by Simple, I mean, they have been on their P's and Q's this half. Seems like Coach Don may have had a little talk with them and said, hey, we need to tighten up. We need to tighten these screws up, boys.
He definitely wasn't asking them what their favorite ice cream was at halftime. Let's just say that.
He definitely wasn't chalking this one up as a win yet. He said, boys, we still got 2 quarters left, a whole half. We got to get out there and get this done.
And I feel like last year has to.
Sip takes the snap, hands it off to
Colton Yoakum
Smith.
just being an absolute force for this defense. Look at the passion, too. I love it. I love the passion out of him here.
You know, he definitely enjoys running the ball, but he loves playing defense.
Oh, buddy,
he loves playing
to lay
defense.
the hammer down on people. I've just talking to him. You know, he plays offense. He does whatever the coaches say, but when it comes to defense, he is in his element there for sure. For sure. Number 34 coming in here for Payne Valley. That is going to be Logan Hamlin on the defensive side.
Got that scoop up there.
Yes,
First start
he
this
did.
half off, big time. Shout out Logan again. We got Simple taking the shotgun snap, looking like
New
he's
York-
getting a
uh-oh.
little bit of pressure on him. Looking like he's going to run back. He's going to just throw this one out. Some great pressure there by the Paint Valley Bearcats. Just
And
some
it's the
great
second pressure too. So the defensive line, as you can see here, they're making a great presence in the beginning, rushing the passer, getting him to go outside the pocket. But these DBs are making a great read on coming up to that quarterback, not leaving their wide receiver know that they have somebody behind their back and making it hard for that quarterback to find somebody that's wide open. I think it's great what these DBs are doing, how they're reading the situation here. 4th and 12, Blanchester has to come up with a big play here. Now, they have been coming up with some big plays all night, so don't count them out.
We got Simple rolling
Oh, I think
left.
we got a
He's
hold out
passing
there.
it to Musselman. Incomplete, broken up by Willie Wheaton.
Payne Valley takes over on down.
While we have a little break here, that's a great stop by Payne Valley on 4th and 12. I would like to give a shout out to these referees. I feel like they've been on top of their game tonight. They haven't had a whole bunch of missed calls. They haven't had a bunch of calls that could be questionable. Looks like they've been really on top of their game here. And that's just something great that you'll have to see. Again, need more officials. These games are not possible without officials coming out, giving up their time to help these kids be able to do what they love to do.
Update here from the Piketon side as Preston just takes a run right up the middle and gets stopped right at about the 35. Wilson dashes 53 yards to set up a 1-yard touchdown run by Luke Golian on a 1-yard quarterback keeper. 2-point attempt is no good, but Piketon extends the lead to 28-15 with 4 minutes left here in the third.
See,
And
that's
that
what I
Vinton
was
County
expecting.
score is still 21-14.
Again, we'd like to give a shout out to our sponsors here. That is Wagner's Roadhouse, best wings in town. Get that spicy barbecue, get that regular barbecue. They even have some great burgers there, but if you want the best burger in town, make sure you're hitting the Cozy Inn. They're also a great sponsor, not a sponsor, just good shout out to them, being good faith and helping us get on our feet here. Another shout
Hey,
out.
they may not be a sponsor, but they plan on live streaming all of our
That's
all,
true.
all of
If-
our live streams there. So if you're in Chillicothe, you're looking to grab some juice, some wave juice, and maybe watch a high school football.
And again, best burgers in town. So if you want, like you said, stop, get some wave juice, get a good burger, that's the place to do it. If you're looking to make sure that you're not just your grass is looking great, but you got a little bit of some yard cleanup, maybe you got some leaves in your flower beds that you need to get out of there. You just need some good lawn care done. Make sure you call Hammond Lawn Care at 740-253-1682, and they'll get you done. Like I said, they could cut your grass when it comes fall time. They can clean up those leaves, and when it comes winter time, they can remove that snow for you. So please make sure you give them a call. They are a giveaway sponsor, so these giveaways that we get to do for the kids, for the Taco Bell gift cards, hopefully some t-shirts here in the future, not possible without Hammond Lawn Care. So again, big shout out to them, and hit them up if you need any lawn care needs done. Adam, with this time out here in the third quarter, looks like Payne Valley's just completely taking a hold of this game, up 27-7. What are some things that's impressed you of this third quarter?
Well, I mean, I believe it's not. I think it's an injury timeout right now. So hopefully we can see. I believe it was number 7 that had went down for the Bearcats. Yeah, it was Aiden Basham. So hopefully he can come back and get back into this game, and it's nothing too serious. But I'm loving the hard hitting football.
Yes.
I'm loving what Payne Valley's doing. Just sticking to their game plan and just pounding it down their throat. Gotta love it.
Can't agree more. That's. When Coach Holland was here, you talk about those great 2003 teams that went to the Sweet 16, Elite 8 for football. First, congratulations to number 7 here.
Yeah, that was Aiden that
Okay.
I was just talking about. Yes,
Glad that
it's
he's
Aiden
up.
Basham. I'm glad he's up and walking off the
Huge
the
part of
field.
their offense here, so it's good.
Oh, you see him stomp the field so hard.
Okay.
I got the camera a little
I was
shaky.
about to say. seismic waves going through that stump.
Yeah, at least he's okay. At least
Yeah.
we know he's got a little power still.
Big part of their offense. So I'm glad to see he's okay. So that going forward into the year, they don't have to be a coulda, shoulda, woulda because they still have one of their best players out there. Looks like Pay Valley's going to take the snap from the 35. I know you guys might be surprised by this, but it looks like Braylon Robinson again with a
3 yards and a cloud of dust.
literally.
I've been saying it over and over again. Looks like that's going to be a first down for the Bearcats here.
See, now with a 27-7 lead in the third quarter, 2 minutes left, I don't think it's time yet to just run the clock out. I think you still got to be aggressive here, especially with plays like that. Blanchester, huge sack there by number 6.
If it's number 6, that's going to be Sebastian Smith on the tackle. Yeah, he just comes in, gets through.
Yeah.
Not untouched. He was touched, but
Yeah.
Sebastian Smith says, they've been handling me the ball. I've been getting tackled. Let me go get a tackle in the backfield.
Yes. Again, we're going to shout out 56 again. Who is 56?
56 is going to be Jude Houston.
Jude Houston, we want to give you a big shout out, man. You have been the best sportsmanship we've seen on the field tonight.
Well, no, I would say it was 58 and now 56. Looks
okay.
like, just
not
gobbled
good.
up in the backfield. It's going to be 56
56.
Jude Houston, or it could be the other good sportsman, Jared Daniels, but it's looking like it was Jude Houston on that tackle. Yeah, it was Jude Houston.
Does a great job of keeping his hands up to make sure that Preston can't see his receiver there, and then bringing his hands down and around, nice form tackle, and great play, great drive so far by Blanchester, getting some big stops here.
Yeah, great defensive effort here to kind of close out this third quarter. Looks like we got a flag on the play. Looks like we got a little bit of an encroachment on the defense. Looks like it's going to be against Jude here.
Dead ball, encroachment defense, 5 yards, third down.
Yep, that is going to be on Jude there.
Now for our viewers at home, again, 27-7. Not as big as of a lead as you think. It's only, or theoretically, a 3-score lead here for Paint Valley. I've been part of some games, 3-score lead. They can evaporate very, very quickly there in that fourth quarter, so you got to keep the pressure on.
Preston takes a snap, looking deep, looking like he got sacked again.
It's 2 sacks there for Blanchester.
Looking like it was Jude Houston yet again.
He's been a staple point for that defense here tonight, Adam, for Blanchester. He's been getting in the backfield. I know those are 2 sacks for him there. I think those might be his 3rd and 4th of the night. But if he's not getting a sack, he's getting a lot of pressure.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of pressures and QB hurries. He's getting some hits on the quarterback. I think if it wasn't him getting I think he got a big hit on Preston in the first half. If it wasn't him, it was going to be Jared Daniels. So it looks like we got a punt here for
Just
looks
a
like we
quick
got a punt
score
here
update
for,
here. Looks like the Tigers of Ironton have a 13-play drive that results in a 24-yard field goal, taking the lead 17-14 with 6:12 left in the third quarter. It looks like Piketon.
Looks like Gosha's going to stall there, and they're going to stall to 41, and they're going to have to punt. Piketon's got the ball to 20 with 34 seconds left in the third.
If you have any live updates there for Southeastern, Zane Trace, any of those SVC teams, again, don't
Jackson, Logan Elm, shoot
Yes,
us a text, add us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, let us know.
You can find us on Twitter at Ride the Wave Show 2023. You can find us on Instagram at Ride the Wave Show. You can find us on YouTube at Ride the Wave Show as well. So make sure you're checking out our socials and on Facebook as Ride the Wave Show.
Looks like that's going to be the quarter, and then we're going to get that punt there at the start of the fourth.
So we're going into the fourth quarter. Pay Valley has the lead, 27-7. Again, a nice 20-point lead. Don't get too comfortable, though. A 20-point lead can evaporate just like that, Adam. And next thing you know, you're sitting there saying, hey, what could happen? I remember my junior year, we're playing at Dina, over at Dina. We're up 28-7 going into the fourth quarter. Ended up losing that game 35-28. So, again, It's
A game
not-
I remember like that. Week 1, Vinton County, Unionta,
Yeah.
2011, my freshman year. We're up 14-0 because of a pair of Joey Beatty touchdowns. Well, what happens? At the half, we're up 14-0, and we end up losing that game 28-14.
Yeah. So again, 2-3 score lead. Looks big on the scoreboard, but it's not as big as people think.
Looks like we got a punt just on the other side of the 50, almost to the 45. Looks like
Shout
it's gonna
out
be
to
about the
Gavin
46.
Kingery here. You know, 2 punts in a row that have just completely flipped the field for Blanchester. And people like to talk about offense, people like to talk about defense, but the special teams is where the game is won.
Oh, absolutely. Punters have a way bigger effect on the game than what most people think.
Yes.
It is literally a game of field position.
Use this punt right here for an example. If he has a shake right there and it goes 10 yards out of bounds, Blanchester's right in striking distance. They get a quick touchdown. They're only down 2 scores with pretty much an entire quarter to go. Now they're starting the
Like
other side
that last
of the 50
punt they
after making
had,
a drive.
starting on their own 2, getting it all the way over to the other 30.
Yes.
You know, that's big time when it comes to changing the field position.
And again, we kind of said it earlier, we just love when you see the linemen get out there utilizing their leg. That just shows you that linemen are just as athletic as their skilled position, but you got to have
These
those
big boys, they don't
up
get
front.
enough love. They
Yes.
really don't.
So it looks like Blanchester's going to take it here from their own 45.
Looks like it's going to be a
Fake
pass
handoff.
here.
Incomplete pass. Blanchester again, if they could just complete some of these passes, it's a whole new ballgame for them.
Looked like that one was intended to Musselman yet again. Just cannot find the ball out there. You know,
Again,
not for lack
some
of trying either.
Great pass defense here from Paint Valley. You don't just have these passes be incomplete because defense is standing still. Obviously, the defense is doing something to make sure that these passes aren't being completed. Defensive line came out a little sluggish in that first quarter, but ever since then, they've really been picking it up, playing great here.
Look like it's a handoff to Smith, Sebastian Smith. No, it's a keeper by Simple. And just such a great game so far.
Yes.
I mean, it's been, you know, like you said to start this, I mean, for a game that's been mostly just run it right down your throat, it's a pretty high-scoring game being 27-7. I know what you're thinking. Man, that's 5 total touchdowns. But, again, for a ground and pound, run it down your throat,
You gotta think
27
about those
points.
touchdowns. Most of those touchdowns have been big runs.
Big runs.
Big runs. Or coming right off of a big run.
That one touchdown that Free caught was coming off of a big run. So it looks like we got a keeper here for Sipple. Reed!
Yes!
Reed
There's
rips it
Reed!
out!
Reed!
Big
shows
time
him
play
that
right
he's
there.
big boy on campus and rips it out from the heart of Blanchester to
He
give
says,
it back
get
to
off
the
me, that's
Bearcats."
my ball.
Yes! Love it! Love to see the fire
So I
out of
couldn't
the
catch
Q.
that interception earlier. I'm taking the ball
Yes.
today.
If you look, he
He
look,
said,
he
give me
takes
that.
on the
He
block.
said, you got to cover that up. It ain't a bag of bread.
if he
And that little bit
and
of a horse collar
at
right
the
there.
end, the ref might just be
Hey,
too blown
hey,
away
he was
by
trying to
manpower,
protect
yeah.
himself.
And if you see there too, he takes on the block, sheds the block, and then just rips it right out of his hand.
Coach Dye, call his number. Get him a pass out there.
Head off to Braylon Robinson. Oh,
Looks like it's gonna be
looks
a
like little bit
face
of
mask. There's the
Yep,
flag.
There it is, flag. Man,
What a defensive play.
Hey,
Love to see it. Just smash mouth football.
I mean, he's been all over the field tonight. Again, we were talking about the tip pass that leads to an interception. I mean, ripping the ball out of Blanchester's hearts there, and then not just ripping it and falling down, running another 10 to 15 yards.
And then just real quick to give an update on that Piketon game, it is still 28-15 going into the fourth quarter with the Red Streaks having a 1st and 10 at the Warrior 38.
So that face mask here, looks like they're going to put Paint Valley into the red zone, puts it on Blanchester's 21 here.
You hear that? Hear that? That knock, knock, knock. They're knocking on the door, Clay. And it's looking like another Braylon touchdown. It's going to be another
Oh,
Braylon
no,
touchdown.
I think I'm getting inside information that they're going to be passing it to Carson Free because they know I need the freaking points, Adam.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a handoff to Braylon. He's
Man,
going
I
to
wish
take 2
somebody would've
people.
called that.
Just if he would have got just a little bit more, he would have been to the touch. He would have been in the house.
This is huge for Pay Valley. If they could punch it in here, it could be the final nail in the coffin.
It's going to be them hammering down the coffin, yeah.
Yes.
But anything can happen. It's high school football. I've seen crazier stuff happen than 4 touchdowns in a single quarter.
Yeah,
Heck, I grew up playing against Joey Burrow. I've seen plenty of touchdowns in a single quarter.
I've seen crazy things happen in a single quarter, like me starting at them. So that was kind of wild.
Look like there's a little twitch there by number 77. It's going to be a false start on Bearcats. Gavin Bell.
His first penalty of the night, and I can tell you personally, that's going to be a kid that you don't really normally have to worry about the penalties. He's got a great head on his shoulders. He's a good leader for this offense. Him and Gavin are 2 great leaders for this offensive line. Gavin Kingery, too, is another person that you haven't seen a whole lot of penalties out of here. So
He reminds me of a guy I played football with named Dylan Bartow. We called him Tater Bud. He was a center. He was about 5'10", but he was about 5'6". He was a dog, just crazy lineman.
looks like Preston's going to take the snap here. Drop
He's
back
gonna
to
drop
pass.
back.
Rolls
Looks like he's
out
gonna
to
roll.
his right.
Looks like he's got a busted play. Going to have to just try to take it in.
What a hit! Lower the shoulder, young man.
Takes it down to about the 4-yard line. Just look at him just walk off with that swagger. Just
Rolls
the
out to the
receiver's
right.
not open. Says, I got to make something out of this. Gets a couple nice block
Nice
there.
block by the running back.
And 16
Lower-
says, let me try to make this
Wow.
tackle. And he says, nope, I'm going right through you.
That's I think that's what, 11-yard run by Preston?
That wasn't a tackle. That was a trip. So let's see if we can't get Colton Yoakum a little touch here for a little touchdown here. And it's going to be Braylon Robertson punching it in 4-6. You love to see that as a Payne Valley fan. You hate to see it as a
Yeah, that is
as a dying
absolutely
for
right.
dying for Dubs fan.
Braylon Robinson capping it off. I think that is his 4th touchdown of the night there, Adam. Going to be a problem in fantasy this year for sure.
Absolutely. He finished, what, 4th in rushing touchdowns last year in the SVC with
6, I
With-
think, or 8th. Or 8. Sorry, let me double check
Yeah.
here, my notes. Yeah, so he finished 6th last year with in rushing touchdowns with 8.
He has
half
half of
that
that.
tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Half of his total last night, or in one night.
That's what we like to call the referee shuffle.
I think they're talking about, yep. Are you going to Wagner's after the game? I think I am going to go Wagner's after the game. I got to get those wings. Yeah, I've heard those
Hey.
wings are pretty good.
You see those guys down in the end zone down there talking about this live game day show? They keep talking about Wagner's. I got to know where I get my lawn mowed.
Yeah, I think I'm getting a little hungry. Here comes the call.
Personal foul, Blanchester, hurdling. That penalty will be
So there was a hurdling penalty from Blanchester, which was declined.
on Blanchester. That penalty will be accepted. Half the distance. We will do the retry.
Then there was a second penalty here against Blanchester, and it's going to be half the distance to the goal. And
Does that guy go for 2 at this point?
yes, they got to go for 2. Looking like it's going to give Braylon right up the middle. He's going to punch it in for yet another 2 points.
And a 2-point conversion is good.
He's responsible for.
Totally forgot that there are train tracks apparently that go through the Payne Valley football field.
Yeah, and it's called the Braylon Express, buddy. Choo choo.
Shoo, shoo. I'd like to give a huge shout out as well to David Shoemaker. He's been a huge
The
help to
legend.
show. The legend. #1 winning coach here at Payne Valley. People don't know that. And if they don't, they've been living under a rock.
Yeah, I mean, I live in Louisville currently, and I work with a guy from Dayton, and I was talking about Coach. I said David Shoemaker, and he goes, "Oh, I know the shoe. I know the shoe. And I was like, oh, my God. What? How? Actually, doesn't surprise me.
He's doing some great things here on the school board. Him, Blake Lloyd, Cassidy Drummond, and the other two. Sorry that I don't know your guys' names right off the top of the head, but the school board around here is doing a great job getting the school where it needs to be, right on track, and doing some great things out here. You know who else is doing some great things? Paint Valley, their football team, 35-7.
Coach Dye, he's got these guys whipped into shape.
You could say he's dying for some dubs.
He is absolutely dying for some dubs. He was dying for this dub, I'll tell you right now.
He was. I talked to him before the game, Adam, and you know, a lot of people thought the blowout last year for Blanchester was a fluke, and he was ready to determine it was no fluke. So I think they're doing a great job of determining that tonight.
And that was a big win for Paint Valley. I'd say Blanchester finished last year 8-4 with a playoff win, like you said, making it to the second round. And, I mean, it might look like they had a better season than Paint Valley. Oh, we got a big return man here. See if he makes the – nope.
And Braylon Robertson with the hammer. I mean, that is a great return there by Blanchester. But Braylon makes – we got a flag here.
As a coach, you cannot get up in a player's face. And look at that sportsmanship right there by number 17.
Shakes number 12's hand.
Caleb Sears.
Yes. Great return by him. Great hit by Braylon there at the end. The kicker saving it. As you can see here, great run. If you think he's going all the way, Braylon breaks down, lays the hammer.
Great hit. Keeps his head up. Hits him right in the numbers. Not a dirty hit. Just a beautiful, hard hit. And then you have number 6 there, Sebastian Smith coming in, getting a little push. It's unsportsmanlike. That's unsportsmanlike on Braylon, number 12. But honestly, you should give one to the coach for Blanchester as well. As a grown man, you cannot come onto the field yelling at a kid that is not on your team like that.
I 100% agree with that, Adam. 100% agree.
I mean, just great sportsmanship from Blanchester as a team. So the coach is doing the right thing. Just maybe got a little heated in that situation. If you're giving one a flag, you got to give the other a flag.
I was about to say there has to be 2 flags there. And
maybe even a third one for number 6 being Sebastian
Smith.
A little
extra there.
If you don't give one to the coach, you got to give one to the person who initiated it all, coming in and hitting that player.
Because everything for Braylon there was clean.
Yeah.
Up until the end, the refs thought there was a little bit of unsportsmanlike conduct there. Didn't look like he hit or pushed or shoved, so obviously it has to be something he says there.
It was something. It was a little, like I said, altercation between the coach, one of the members of the coaching staff coming in and kind of getting in. Maybe saying something that he shouldn't have said to Braylon, and Braylon was letting him know, hey, man, I'm not going to let nobody talk to me like that, not even if you're a grown man twice my size.
I'm a grown man twice his size. I would not mess with number 12. Let's see if Paint Valley can get a stop here. Again, don't want to take away number 17 for –
That's going to be Caleb Sears.
Caleb Sears. Thank you, Adam. Great return by him to give him some good
Actually,
field
took the handoff, got tackled in the backfield for about a 2-yard loss.
Much deserved by him as well. Much deserved. Great return by him. Braylon does lay the hammer on with him. And shoulder right into the chest.
And shout out for him getting up and giving a dap up to Braylon, letting him know, hey, that was a good hit.
Good hit.
But it was an even better return. So let's see what we got here from Blanchester. We got simple under snap. We got a man in motion. It looks like he's going to keep it, hit the hole hard there. Make it to about the 15-yard line. Look like it's a gain of about 4.
You know, we said this towards the end of the second half, a little bit in the third quarter. I'll say it again in this fourth quarter. 35-7. If you didn't see the scoreboard, you would think this is a tie game the way that Blanchester's still out here playing hard. They're not going down to that final
A few mistakes made by Blanchester, or a few things that Paint Valley has caused to happen.
Yes.
You know, all a part of the plan for Mr. Corey Dye out there. You know, just a few different things happen, and this game's completely different. You know?
Yes, for sure.
Like,
I think we got a timeout here. Timeout Blanchester. That'll be the first of the half, so that'll be first of their 3 with 7:49 to go here in the game.
Who's to say that if Sebastian Smith doesn't fumble that kickoff right at the beginning of the game, maybe that's a touchdown the other way, and now we're looking at 14-20 instead of 27-7.
Actually, I think on that one it would have made it 14-13, so that even gives them the lead.
No, that was 7:20 going into halftime.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, no, right, but I'm talking about when they have that fumble. It's
Oh no, I'm talking about the fumble on the kickoff at the start of that.
Oh,
the- yeah,
true. Yes. You don't have that. If you don't have that fumble, you don't know what happens. You might go down like you
The
said,
fumble
get a
you're talking about,
touchdown.
yes, that would have been 14-13 for Blanchester.
But that kind of goes back to the keys. Pay Valley, they've had a couple of turnovers. They had that interception. I think they might have had a fumble as well.
I think the interception
I
was
think
the
it was
only
just
one that
the
they gave up. They
interception,
had
yeah.
a fumble, but they were able to recover it.
Again, one of the keys, they haven't had turnovers, and they're causing turnovers for the other team. So that's something that you like to see here.
We got Sipple down back in the shotgun formation with the single back split.
Looks like we have a blitz coming here from Colton, or at least showing blitz.
Yeah, we had a little bit of line movement there.
I think we're going to have
by
another timeout
Blanchester.
here by Blanchester. Another timeout here by Blanchester.
Timeout, Blanchester, their second of the second half.
So 2 back-to-back timeouts here for Blanchester. Definitely want to, with a 35-7 score right now, people might be saying, why are you taking all these timeouts with the score the way it is? A score here sends confidence going into week 2. You know what I mean? You got a
Something
couple
that
of
I want to
touchdowns.
give a testament to the crowd, just the SVC spirit. Still with a game this far removed, it's looking like this one's locked up 35-7. It's not gonna be a whole lot of difference happening here when it comes to score. These stands are still filled up.
Yes.
And that goes for the Blanchester side as well. As it's still pretty full visitor stand
Blanchester's
over
not
there.
close either, and they came and they showed out.
And
for
they
an away
stayed,
school.
that's showing team support, something that's very,
and
very
that's,
important.
That's what high school sports should be about. Yes, come, cheer on your team. You want your team to win. But at the end of the day, you're out here supporting kids.
Yeah,
You know what I
even
mean?
if it's not going your way, you're getting kind of beat by
Right.
about 4 touchdowns.
You're
still
look at
gonna
the positives.
yeah.
Number 17 again. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name, but
Caleb Sears.
Caleb Sears has that huge return. That's something to build off of going into week 2 here.
We got Sipple in the shotgun. He's going to take the shotgun. He's going to fake the
Oh,
pass.
nice move.
Going to get it to Caleb Sears, looking like he's going to get down into about the 4-yard line.
Adam, it looks like Caleb Sears should have been involved a little bit more in the early of the game.
And they were going with Musselman just a little too often there early, and then they're finally starting to get it to somebody else, and it's looking like their offense is getting a little bit more. Heck of a play by Sipple to fake that to the left, and then immediately
spin
turn around
around,
and then get it over to the right.
And delivered on a dime.
Oh, on a dime.
Yes.
And then for Caleb Sears to break a tackle, fight for
Gains
about
extra
5 years
yards.
after. Oh, it looks like we got
fumble here.
another fumble, and it's looking like we got.
I think
Sipple just picked it
Sipple
back
comes
up.
back on it. And it looks like number 51 for Paint Valley. That is Gavin Kingery. And they're going for the fumble recovery. Just looks like Sipple fumbles it. Jumps right back on top of it. Nothing really Gavin can do there, but good effort there to try and get the ball back there for the Bearcats.
Not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be Reed Lanham.
Me too. I
thought
was
he was
like,
gonna
oh,
be
he is
Reed back
everywhere. I wish I could pick one X factor for this game, but you know what? I think the
The X factor on defense, I think it has been Reed.
I think it's been Paint Valley's defense as a whole that's been the X factor for the game tonight. You know what I mean? Reed's been coming up with some good
He's
plays.
been getting some pressures. He's
Willie
got that tip
Wheaton's-
pass.
Willie Wheaton's really shown out this year, or this game. Looks like we have a false start here on Blanchester. But yeah, going back to that Paint Valley defense, Willie Wheaton, sophomore last year, he gets a little bit of playing time, but as a junior, this is his first year starting, really rising to the occasion here for your first game.
He's another junior this year, correct?
Yes, shout out to Logan Log there too with Tony. He was on my JV team. Watch out for that jump hook, ladies and gentlemen. It is deadly.
He was talking to us a little bit earlier about, he's definitely going to be a Paint Valley rising star is what he said.
Yes. So
he
watch
might have
out
said
for
shooting
him.
star, though.
And shout out to Coach Lakeem, his first year at Paint Valley, keeping them on the winning track. Excited to see what they do for basketball
We
this
got
year.
Sipple in the shotgun, taking the snap here, rolling to his right, throwing crossbody to his left. We got Sebastian Smith catching it, and it looks like he's going to punch it in. Carson
what
Free
a
with
play!
the big hit.
Carson Free
Looks
comes
like they
from
got
the
in.
other side of the field with a touchdown saving
Nah,
tackle.
that was a touchdown. They got in. They just called the touchdown.
Oh, do they call
No,
that a
it's on the
touchdown?
half-yard line.
No, so it is a touchdown.
It is a
It's
touchdown, yes. We had the zebras disagreeing there.
Yes.
One of them was saying half, one of them was saying a touchdown.
I want to say
Big hit.
great touchdown there by Smith. But what an unbelievable effort play by Carson Free. He comes from one side of the field, looked like LeBron James in the Game 7 of the finals with that block, gets over there, and by centimeters, does Blanchester get that touchdown.
I don't know if that hit
Amazing.
was so hard or if he was just moving so fast that it happened so hard. Boom.
Ooh, I wish the refs had replay because it looked like his knee was down just a little bit there. But you know, with a bang play like that with the refs, you gotta give it to
another
them.
one that hits the upright and goes in.
I do like, though, there with the referees. They do have a conversation. They talk about it. They give the call. Oh. Good game, sir.
Reffing a great game out there.
But again, got to go back to that Carson Free effort. Again, I know it's a touchdown here by Blanchester, but he comes from the opposite field's hash, ladies and gentlemen. And I think Smith catches it right around the hash on the other side, maybe a little bit closer to the numbers. And Carson Free just comes from one side.
As you're watching this replay here, you can kind of see
Yeah,
Carson
so
Free in the
he's-
back.
He's right where Bryson Dunham is at the start of that. And he comes over, great pursuit angle, wraps him up.
Yeah,
That
and if
knee's
they
down,
had replay,
I
that'd be at
think
the
that's
half-yard line.
Yes, I think that's a touchdown-saving tackle that, again, in high school, it
Me
looks like
personally, I don't see how the ref that was in the middle of the field can make
Can
the call
overturn-
on the
yes.
sideline when the ref on the sideline was there saying
Yes.
it was the half-yard line.
I
That's
think
just
that-
my 2 cents.
Yes, I do think the ref on the sideline had a great angle, had a good call. But nonetheless, great effort play by Carson Free.
And great touchdown by Sipple
Yes.
to Sebastian Smith.
And
Great play.
It's Sebastian Smith, keeps his legs moving. He does get the touchdown. Give him the credit where credit is due. He doesn't let Carson completely stop him.
We got Braylon on the return here. Looks like he's going to take 1, 2, 3 people to get him down yet again.
Surprise, surprise here. So we're 6 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in the game. We have Bay Valley with your lead at 35-14 over Blanchester. Again, great start to high school football week 1. Great start. Got the feeling of fall in the air. You can smell the turf. You can smell the sweat. You can smell the leather of the football. It's just great to have football back in our lives here, Adam.
Absolutely. Football is just – it's something about this fall weather. It's just – as a host of Wildcats take down Braylon, the only way he's been stopped today.
We would also like to talk about sponsors. 50 West, I'd like to give them a huge shout out for hosting our draft last week for the fantasy football.
Haven't seen it. Lot of fun had. Go check it out. We got a handoff here to Braylon Robinson, and looks like he's going to
lose a couple on that one.
If he doesn't lose a couple, he's going to get right back to where the line of scrimmage was. But yeah, like you were saying, shout out 50 West. Go watch that. We have that stream up on our YouTube page. Go watch it. Lots of fun. Let us know who you would have drafted, how you would have drafted them. Let us know how bad our picks were or how great they were.
And we will have the points for every single player in our league updated every single Wednesday for you guys that are following along.
Yeah, so if you guys want to, grab a couple of friends, looks like a little pass here to Carson Free.
There we go.
But yeah, if you want to have a little league with your friends, maybe just something you guys do for a little bit of fun, you want to use our numbers. Yeah, every Wednesday the league will be updated. And those scores will be posted to our Twitter and Instagram pages. Looks like we got a 4th down and 4 coming up for the Bearcats. Look like they're sitting on the special teams unit.
Speaking of fantasy, I know it's not going to do a whole lot for the game here, but very glad Carson Free got a catch there.
Yeah, we are a point per reception league. The biggest mishap I feel is Zane Brownfield being on the bench for Andy after getting that scoop and score, 50-yard scoop and score.
Yes.
Just another beautiful punt. Looks like it's going to get pinned down inside the 15 at about the 13.
Ball will be down on about the 12-yard line.
Yes, great punt there by Gavin Kingery.
And like we were saying earlier, punt is just such a big part of football, especially when it comes to like changing like the field position and everything like that.
And before, I would like to clarify, we are laughing at something that happened in the States here. We are not laughing at this amazing punt by Gavin Kingery.
Oh, we're just having a fun time out here,
It's-
ladies
hey,
and gentlemen. It's just a fun time.
This is what we were wanting to bring to the high school sports. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm over here in a suit that's 3 sizes too small, a Grateful Dead shirt. We're just here having a good time.
I'm burning up. It's nighttime out here, but it's at least 80 degrees. I mean, I am sweating bullets.
We just want to bring a little bit more fun, a little bit more jolliness to your football Friday nights.
Simple gets a pass out there, looking like it's going to be to number 9, which
Carson Free coming up with a great tackle again there.
is
Do
going
we
to be
get
Zach
points if our
Musselman finally
players
getting
get-
himself a catch. Finally.
Do we get points if my offensive player makes a tackle at him?
No.
Oh, thanks.
If he had caught that interception, he would have
That's
gotten
true,
points for
that's
that
true.
interception.
So Adam,
So Clay.
I'm excited, man.
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
excited that football is back. I know we keep saying it, fellas, but best time of the year.
Oh,
Best time of the
absolutely.
year.
Like I said, basketball fan here. Nothing is better than a Friday night football. Or
Absolutely
Friday
not.
football night. You know what I'm trying to say, funny. Looks like Sipple's going to get a nice little carry there.
You know, they're nowhere near. Uh-oh.
This looks
Get him
like
off
he's
the
cramping
field.
up a little bit.
Get him off the field. I know you want him out there. I know you want some good things to happen. 3 minutes, 18 seconds left in a 35-14 game. Hate to see something happen
Yeah,
to your star player here.
Luckily, it's looking like it's just a little bit of a cramps, after, first game
First game
back.
of the year,
a little bit of the heat.
Yep.
Still got this August heat. Like I said, it's burning up down here.
And we're not wearing pads.
Yeah. So, it's just something. It doesn't look like it's bothering him too much. It's maybe a little cramp up there. So get him some water, get him some potassium.
Give him
and
some
he'll be good.
bananas.
Yeah. That's why I said potassium.
I will like to say, though, I might be following this Blanchester team after tonight. Very interesting team to watch here with the triple option.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And when they do pass it, they can kind of get it going. See, they've passed a little bit here.
Uh-oh.
Musselman. Oh, I thought that pass was going
Had
to
a
be picked
couple
off.
chances to be picked off there by number 8.
Number 8 going to be Abbott Johnson.
And with Bryson Dunham right behind, Willie Wheaton right behind him, just in case.
Friday night football. What a
Looks
thing.
like
What a
Luke Golian
spectacle.
finds Brent McGuire for a big 31-yard completion on 4th down for Piketon.
With a goal-to-go opportunity.
Yeah.
It looks like Waverly lost the ball, and not Waverly. The Ironton lost the ball, and Berg jumps on it. But they give it right back with their 3rd interception of the game. Just Wheelerburg having a awful time with turnovers today, it seems like.
Colton Yoakum on the stop.
Colton Yoakum with a stop there.
Love to hear that.
Defensive dog right there. Defensive dog.
On the carry. Smith.
Got about 2 minutes left here, and it's looking like this one is all but over. Happy that Blanchester was able to pop one there in the end zone at the end, so that way get a little bit of excitement for the fans.
Again, I know we're sitting here and it's a 35-14 game, but much, much closer game than the scoreboard is initialized.
That first half was definitely really close. The second half got a little taken away. Nice little fake there, handed back off to, I believe it was number 9, Musselman. No, it was number 17, Caleb Sears again.
So going over the keys to the game here, first key, limit the turnovers for Pate Valley. Only 1 interception, so did that. Check that one off. Number 2, win the trenches on both sides. I think that in the beginning it was a little rocky for him. Don't know what Coach Dye said to him at halftime, but whatever it was, these linemen.
Honestly, if the lineman didn't win the trenches, Braylon won the trenches by just running through them.
So, again, check that off. Discipline on the option. Got beat on them about maybe once or twice, but
Not even just discipline on the option, Clay. Discipline as a whole. They didn't have a
no
whole lot of
penalties.
turnovers. No,
Yeah.
not a whole lot of penalties.
So again, great job on Payne Valley. These are the 3 keys that, it's not like I just came up by myself, talked with, Coach Dye, talking to a couple of the Payne Valley football, I call them alums, that just kind of hang out and check out the football team. Those are 3 keys coming into the game.
Just want to give another shout out. Just saw it happen again. 58, Jared Daniels helping up a Payne Valley player.
Yes.
Being down 21 points. Things got a little heated there on that
Yep.
big return, but still able to keep the sportsmanship. That just speaks volumes to these players.
And I would like to say, too, it has been fun watching this Blanchester team. Great group of kids that's been out here. They've been working their tails off. I can see another playoff berth for this Blanchester team this
Look
year.
like Caleb Sears. Nope, not Caleb Sears. That's going to be number 19. I believe that is Jacob Allen. We got our rosters from the Blanchester AD, and he has 18 listed twice. So if 19 isn't Jacob Allen, it is Seth Perkins. Wheelersburg forces a punt, and they'll have it at their own 20 with 6:41 left remaining. Piketon takes a timeout with 1:34 left in the game, and they have a 4th and goal at the 5.
Almost another interception there for Payne Valley. And that will do it, folks. Here from George Nisley Field, it was Payne Valley 35, Blanchester 14, and that is going to be a wrap here in week 1. Payne Valley starting 1-0 again on the year.
I'm just so glad that we didn't start off our broadcast careers as 0-1. That was terrifying.
We can say it now. We are not losers, okay? We are not losers. So
Look
again,
for a week 2 dub from Piketon.
Yes. Again, week 2 we will be at Piketon. That is Piketon versus Oak Hill. Should be one electric game.
You know I'm going to love it with that defense. Zane Brownfield putting the
Exactly.
hits down on people.
But Adam, going over this game here, we got 4 touchdowns here from Braylon Robertson. I think he had over 200 yards on the ground. If not, it was.
I wasn't keeping track. I
was
can't
gonna
count
say,
that
if not,
high.
it was damn near close. We got Carson Free. He has a touchdown. Handful of great defensive plays. Adam, what's your takeaways for the game today, my man?
Just Payne Valley has a run-first offense. And
Yes.
I don't know how they had Carson Free leading the league in receptions last year with a guy like Braylon or just other running backs like that. So, I mean, it just seems like Coach Dye's got his game plan figured out, and it seems like, he's working on what they did last year, and I expect him to do great things here. I think they finished 5-6. I was trying to say this earlier. A big play happened. It was a big win for them. Blanchester losing to Payne Valley last year, going 8-4. Payne Valley finishing 5-6. It might not look like, hey, these guys did, had that great of a season, but they did make it to the playoffs, made it the second round, and just playing in the SVC is just a hard place to play.
It is a hard place to play, and it's even nicer starting off your season at 1-0. Payne Valley travels to West Jeff next week, so again, that's going to be something to watch out for. West Jeff is a good team here. Payne Valley ending the game with every tradition, whether it's a win or a loss, going in front of the fans, singing the alma mater with the alumni. Just one great thing that I think is a part of Payne Valley. I always look forward to that song at the end of the game, no matter what, whether it be with a win, whether it be with a loss, just getting to stand in front of your home fans right here, get to celebrate a win. Big breakout game for a couple of guys. Willie Wheaton, gotta say it again. He was all over the field tonight. He comes up with that big interception, and then also not a breakout game. He's a senior. He's been here. He's done it before, but we gotta highlight his name.
Reed Lanham.
Absolute animal. He has the tip to make an interception for Willie Wheaton.
Then just the gimme that,
Yes,
ripping that ball free,
stole
taking
it
it
like
about,
it was a candy from a baby. Candy from a baby on that kid.
taking it, like 20 yards on the return before he's finally drugged down?
Exactly. Gavin Kingery, giving a shout out to him to getting it done on the line. Couple of bombs on the punting unit there. Can't say enough about that field position flip with Gavin Kingery there.
Yeah, absolutely. Even that last time when we were kind of chuckling, it was such a big play. And it was just kind of like, when that happens, it's like we have no chance of the defense have been killing us all game.
Right.
Now we have the whole field. We can barely score when we got a short field.
Yes.
So, it's just kind of demoralizing for the defense, get pinned or demoralizing for the offense, get pinned real deep.
Right, and kind of piggyback off what you said, the defense comes to make up a big stop. You got them pinned here in their own 20 a couple of times, and then the punt puts you on your own 20, your own 30. That's huge here. Pay Valley doing their normal.
Let me step out of the way here so you guys can see it. Just beautiful traditions, man.
Yes,
just
so
beautiful
what
traditions.
Pay Valley likes to do at the end of the game, they like to do a circle with all the coaches, with all the cheerleaders. The head coach kind of just gives his final goodbyes, whether it's a good week or a bad week, just kind of letting them know things that he was excited for here. And he's got to have a lot of things to be excited for after a 35-14 win like that, Adam.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And again, this Blanchester team, they don't have anything to hang their heads about. They came out, they played hard, great sportsmen. I'm looking forward, like you said, I'm looking forward to watching these guys the rest of the year. It seems like that quarterback, Sipple, he's got a great head on him. He's real athletic. I'm real happy to see more of Caleb Sears.
Yes. Yeah, Caleb Sears, I feel like if we see him a little bit more tonight for Blanchester, could be a little bit closer of a game here.
I thought Musselman had wheels on him. But no, Caleb Sears has got some wheels on him, dude. He's got some wheels.
And then, like you said, Simple, you got to remember, this is his first real game back as a quarterback since he was a sophomore.
Yeah.
So, you got to get big and think. Look at the – hey! Let's go!
Let's go!
Yeah, baby!
Left me hanging. Left me hanging. Left me hanging.
As you can see here, we got the Pay Valley team. Another tradition, putting the ball boys up. You deserve it, fellas. What a win. What a win.
What a win.
Adam, you take it up for a second. I'm going to see if I can get Carson Free to come over here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Hey, grab Reed, too, if you don't mind. Just a great tradition. You love to see this. These guys are just super happy. Go ahead and throw this on if you don't mind.
All righty, Carson, can you hear me in your headphones?
Yep.
All righty. So we got Carson Free here after a huge game. Carson, you don't only have a huge touchdown, possibly two there, kind of a little dicey call for the officials.
Yep.
I want to say your defense tonight, brother, was amazing. We see you there at the end, go from one side of the field and pretty much have a touchdown-saving tackle. What makes you be so good on the defensive side of the ball, my man?
I don't know. Just wanting to be good at everything I do.
Heck yeah.
I'm always just trying to be more physical and just show that I can come up and lay the boom.
Heck yeah. And
if those officials had replay, that would have been a touchdown-saving tackle right there, man. It was just a big hit.
I thought he was not.
We had perfect angle. It was. But hey,
his knee was down.
Nonetheless, great effort by you. How does it feel? You beat Blanchester last year. Want to know? Some people said, it might have been a fluke. You guys come out and prove this year, 35-14, putting the hammer down. It wasn't a fluke. How does it feel being 1-0?
Feels pretty good. Excited to be 2-0 soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Going up to West Jeff next week. I got to give you a shout-out. Thank you for getting me those fantasy points out there, getting some mosses. What can we expect out of you guys next week? You're traveling to West Jeff, correct?
Yep.
All righty. Looked like you and Preston were on some good communication there. What's it like having a quarterback come in your first game? You guys just be clicking like that?
Oh, it's great. It just sets the tone for what we're going to be for the rest of the season. And just, yeah.
It looks like, too, going into halftime, you guys had a nice lead, 20-7. It looks like you could have played a little bit better. You guys come out in that second half absolutely firing on the both sides of the ball. Was this something that Coach Dye said at halftime, or what got that fire in you coming out in their second half?
It's just sticking to the game plan we have and just really getting down and focusing on what we have and just playing the game.
Heck yeah. Well, congratulations, Carson, on that 1-0 win, and hopefully we'll see you again soon, brother.
Yes, sir.
Great game, my man. Great game. Thanks for coming on.
Again, that was Carson Free here. Had a great night offensively, but again, cannot ignore what he was doing on the defensive
defensively, like I said, that was just a monster hit. I say he had a couple monster hits. The first half, I'll say Musselman was going to get that. It was going to catch that first pass, and then just Carson out of nowhere just lays the hit down. And again, I don't know if he can just hit super hard or if he's just running so fast when he's going into these guys. You know?
Yes. But that is going to be it from the Ride the Wave show coming to you from this Friday night. Again, final score here, Paint Valley 35, Blanchester 14. Paint Valley just dominating the run game. Blanchester not doing too terrible in the run game. You had a little bit closer game than the scoreboard would like to say. Paint Valley traveling to West Jeff next week. That's going to be a big test for him. We will be traveling to Piketon. We will be at Piketon versus Oak Hill. Game day show coming on at 6 p.m. Live stream coming on at 7 o'clock. You can find that on our YouTube channel or find it on our socials at Ride the Wave 2023 for Twitter, at Ride the Wave on Instagram, and at Ride the Wave for Facebook. Again, we want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors, Wagner's Roadhouse, for making this all possible. Hammond Lawn Care, if you need to get your grass cut and make it look beautiful, he's who you need to call. Cozy Inn, thank you for streaming our games. If you need to get a sandwich and have some whey juice while you're wanting to watch some high school football, that's where you need to stop. Adam, any last thoughts before we get
I just
out
keep
here?
checking my phone because I keep getting updates. There's about 49 seconds left of this Wheelersburg Ironton. 33 seconds left, 4th and 8. Wheelersburg has the ball, and they have to score to beat Ironton. It is a barn burner out there.
Absolute barn burner of a battle. So get off here, get on Twitter, check those live updates. And like I said, we'll be right back here next week. Piketon versus Oak Hill.
Week 2, text us, let us know, shoot us, add us on Twitter, let us know scores so that way we can give live updates for you guys. We'll even shout you out, give you a free shout out, get you some followers.
Make sure you send us those stats so that we can get the correct fantasy scores for you guys as well. And don't forget to tune in every single Sunday at 3 on our YouTube channel for the Ride the Wave Sports Talk Show, talking about the sports that happen throughout the week. Again, we'll have Shane Combs on for a guest this week with a couple of the players from football, volleyball, soccer, you name it, they're going to be on our show this week or this year. So make sure you're checking in every single Sunday for your mental vacation. Like we said, 3 to about 5:30ish. So that's going to be a sign off for us, and we can't wait to see it next week.
We'll see you guys when we see you.